Uh-oh. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We booped the camera.
Sorry.
The camera got booped.
Sorry, I didn't move it that bad.
No, I'm just readjusting now.
Yeah,
There was a lot of things going on during our break. Hi, welcome to the post-credit show. I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
I'm Brian.
And we're here to talk about games we played, movies we've watched, and other sort of nerd stuff we have done. We didn't. That's okay. Our names are on the intro and the other one. They're not on
this one.
I was too lazy to put your guys.
That's why we need new pictures.
That's why we need new pictures for a new intro, because I just created the last one. So either way, welcome to the Barrel Roll post-credit show where we talk about games we play, movies we watch. I've just already said that stuff. Either way, now you get the refresher. I have hair all over my cup.
It's not my hair.
It's not your hair. It's Either way, let's get going. Brian, did you want to?
Sure. I got a long list. So
you can write it.
I'm done. I've got it's my list.
I guess I'll just start.
Yep.
I just kind of put these in random order.
Good for you.
I watched Venom.
And
good job.
Finally, I did enjoy it. Of course, there's always the thing in the back of your head that says this is not following canon, but whatever.
Yeah.
Still an entertaining movie.
Yes.
But yeah, things just kept bugging me. I was like, that's not how it is in the comics. That's not how that is in the comics. But you guys got to get
there's explanations for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was me during the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
And again, legit with like one Spider-Man. That was my thing for Spider-Verse. Was like Spider-Gwen, awesome. Spider-Man Noir, pretty good. Like the Spider-Ham, well done. Like all those pieces were there.
Just the one.
It's that one where you're going.
That's not his voice.
Well, no, it wasn't even the voice. I got used to the voice. It was the character. For
his
me,
personality.
The personality of like my life went to junk, so I just kind of gave up, and it's like, but that's like the most un-Peter Parker thing to do.
Yeah.
Did you like Venom itself?
Yes. So the look of Venom was I really liked it.
Oh, they nailed that. I could tell from the trailers.
They did that great. Tom Hardy's accent, which I thought bugged me in the trailers, didn't bug me too much.
Because he got used to it as he kept going on and
so,
I'm gonna do the whole podcast like this, and everybody's gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
I do like how Venom and Tom. Well, I guess.
Tom and Tom.
Tom and Venom Tom.
Yeah, how they interact with each other.
I've heard a lot of pluses on that point.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy works very well with Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Weird.
Yes. He does an excellent job for that.
So did the Olsen twins. And Lindsay Lohan acted very well with herself.
Oh, in that one.
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap, yes. I didn't mind that movie, actually.
That's because she still was a normal
not crazy.
Innocent.
Yeah. Innocent, yes.
Innocent, yeah.
That's a good way. Story was cool.
Good.
Story was cool.
They said symbiote.
Yes, they changed it.
Yes. I can't remember.
Yes, they did.
They did? They changed
You know
them all?
what? And here's my thing.
One?
I get why, because it's symbiosis. If you're talking like actual scientific terms, so I get if someone would have said symbiosis.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. But when it's like the symbiote, and you're going.
This gets me on the English language. I've had this discussion with so many people how the English language does not make sense. For example, like mobile, but you don't say automobile. You say automobile.
You say automobile.
And you say baseline.
Yes.
But you don't say Vaseline. You say Vaseline.
That's true.
And
I think we found a trigger for him.
And then Polish and polish.
You mean the same word?
Yeah.
I have a whole list of those words if you want to really get into it.
No, we don't. Not what we're here for.
Born and born.
Yes. Yes. Anyways.
We'll be here for a bit.
All in all,
I have worksheets that
darn teachers.
Give me 2 seconds.
But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I think one of the best things is how Venom looks. He doesn't look like this, like in the Spider-Man 3, with
he didn't. He looked buffer, like he
more
intimidating.
Yes,
he looked like Venom.
Yeah.
I get that, and that's
But that's Venom. Like he's supposed to be that.
Yes.
Hulk.
Yes,
he's
he
kind
looks
of not
supposed to look
Hulk, but he's
big.
bigger.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I thought that was cool. Yeah.
Are you hoping they do another one?
They are doing another one.
I know, but are you hoping they do
yeah, it'd be cool to have. I just hope it's not. They don't bring Tom Holland in and make it part of the MCU kind of thing.
Not yet.
Because I feel like you can't introduce Spider-Man into it now because...
I would say something, but then
know.
I think it would kind of...
I guess alter... Yeah, I guess.
But, so... Working it backwards into the spider kind of thing would be very hard to do.
Yes.
Really? No.
Just in the fact that the symbiote would have to leave.
Yes, they have a squabble.
And they might. And that could be it. But the whole piece is it carries some of its memories with it.
Yeah.
So it would be a very different symbiote story for Spider-Man as opposed to like he gets
Why?
the suit and is like, oh, this suit just makes me stronger and it is cool and I am now going to be like...
He'd pass
a
it
better
off as an
Spider-Man.
alien still.
I get that.
And Brock and
But this
Venom
symbiote...
has a squabble, and then it goes off and says, I want to try, like, this guy looks interesting, and it goes
But
and
this
attaches
symbiote
him.
kind of comes in already ready to like kill and maim and murder and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't do that in the
But
like.
it's a different...
I get that. So that's what I mean.
Slightly different.
It would have to be a different take on the Spider-Man
It would just make
story.
it would make him more aggressive, but Peter would be more able to control it, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like it'd be a different take on the symbiote.
Yes.
But I mean, they're telling different stories now.
They
at this
are, I
point
guess,
anyways,
yeah.
So.
Alternate unit, they get the alternate
And then they got to add
universe.
Morbius then after that.
And Blade.
And Blade.
This Blade's going to be a Morbius.
He should be.
He
Yeah,
should be.
if
but
If
he's
you
not
want a
going to.
decent film, they should also fire Jared Leto and,
I'm not a big fan of Jared Leto. I don't really enjoy his...
You
It's
hear
his
the
method,
weird...
It's his method, actually.
His
You hear the
method.
weird stories about him on set doing weird.
Yeah.
Like at this
He
point,
gets way too in character, and there's a little concern if is he Morbius?
I believe so,
He's gonna start drinking actual blood.
or plasma or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, because he does, he gets stupid with his roles, and
Yeah.
it's like,
He gets so into them.
Yeah.
which is not. It doesn't make for a. He was not a good Joker. Like, it's not the.
No, he's
But
too
that's
much
the way
over
he
the
does.
top,
The way he
too.
does things.
Well, I laughed because I forgot.
So he did make you laugh. I'm just kidding.
I think it's Dustin Hoffman tells this story. He had a scene in one of the movies he did ages and ages ago where he had to be like super tired and you know.
Yeah.
So he stayed up for 24 hours to come on set like, okay, I'm
super
tired. And the actor he was working with, who was a prolific actor already at that time, looked at him and went, "What's wrong with you, you moron? We're actors.
Yeah.
Act tired."
Yeah.
Oh.
Method actor almost seems like it's
Cheating.
I can't
I can't act.
I can't think what I'm supposed to do, so I
Yeah.
have to actually do it.
I have to,
Yeah.
And I get delving into a character and understanding a character and maybe portraying a little bit of that here and there and everywhere, but like actually jumping in and being a jerk to people, or again, if it's like I'm a vampire, I'm gonna start like drinking blood.
Yeah, that's what would be my concern with him, is he would start actually
for sure.
drinking blood.
We just started, Tony. Yes.
Yes, we did, Tony. Yes, we did. Brian's talking about Venom.
Venom.
He saw it. I still have not.
He should.
I will. It's one of those things where I actually want to watch it, and my wife won't. So, and then it's like I come downstairs after she goes to bed, and it's like I could watch a movie or I could play something for a bit. Like, what's going to help me unwind more? What's going to,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood to watch Venom. I'll play something. I'm not in the mood to watch a movie. I have a bunch of movies I have to watch that I'm just.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So even the other night, I got on the computer and it's like I feel like doing absolutely nothing. Because Brian's like, we can play this if you want. Like he's so helpful trying
He
to help
wants
me
to be
more.
social with you.
No, so we were talking. I was just like, I'm just gonna. I sat here with my headset on, just like. Yep. No, for sure. Like we're talking still.
So he
but
wasn't listening to you.
No, he wasn't.
I was half sleeping. But I wasn't
He doesn't
tired.
remember the conversation.
Wasn't tired
Yeah.
enough to go to bed, but I wasn't like awake enough to do anything.
Anything else?
I could have been like. Either
I do recommend it. It's fun. To watch,
I got it.
yeah.
I have it.
Another movie I saw, Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
I finally saw.
have not seen it. He's just going around picking
Yes.
movies that two of us have seen, and one
Let's
hasn't.
talk subtly about this film, so not give anything away.
Hey, we did a good job of not
did.
talking, ruining.
We always do a good job.
We always do a good job.
Kind
We
of.
always.
I think there are
Always
times
do.
where we screw up on that.
I like this movie. I liked.
Oh, all right.
What do you say?
I'll be down in
That's
about 50
not what you
minutes.
said.
That is not what you told us. So now you've lied to us, Tony.
Why do you lie?
Why do you hurt me like that? Ocean's 8, good. I liked it.
Yes.
I found the heist to not be as elaborate.
It wasn't a casino.
No, yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
So it wasn't as elaborate as the other ones. So it wasn't like
very elaborate.
I knew where everything was going. I knew where this heist was going. I knew what they were going to do. That too, yes.
Yeah.
That's
my issue.
And then they brought something up in that movie where I was like, is this real? Like, did this actually happen? Happens at the very beginning. I don't know if it'd be a spoiler.
Don't spoil it then.
Huh?
Don't spoil it.
Oh.
No, but she even throws the line out that if it's not real, she's going to be super pissed.
Yeah. So, because it never happened in the other movies.
No, and they left it open so that it.
I guess it could be something in the future.
It's a fake out.
Yeah.
That's all that movie is.
If you don't know what we're talking about, if you see it like first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, they mention
it's in the first 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, something like that.
When they start talking about her family.
Yeah. And then I saw Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Hey, I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that one.
It's going back and forth.
I like that movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it as much as the first one, but I liked it just as much. I just like the creatures. I love the beasts.
That was interesting.
Yeah. And the story is interesting.
I'm very confused. I am kind of with people, and I'm confused to how it ties in.
Yes.
I'm very confused because I'm not saying I'm a Harry Potter buff, but
you've read the books.
I know enough about it, and it's just very. I knew there was something a little bit off.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah. But I still really liked it.
I mean, it was a good movie.
Yeah, good movie.
I don't know. I'm kind of the offshoots of the Harry Potter stuff. I don't know. Even the last few Harry Potter, I don't know.
Yeah, still written by J.K. Rowling.
She screenplays and all that stuff.
And Johnny Depp does a better acting job in this one than he doesn't do his.
Well, Johnny Depp can act.
Yeah,
he can.
He does. He's not just his pirates.
It's whether he chooses to or not.
And this is also around the time that he got in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
he has to change it up.
Let's move on to Netflix. I'll just go through these quick.
You're good. Tony's coming.
Apparently we got time.
Apparently we got time. Okay, so I did finish the series of unfortunate events.
I have not started that. See, he's going back and forth.
Season 3 was excellent.
It was excellent.
He's going back and forth.
I could see them making continue with this offshoot, and
they have 2 options for a series of unfortunate events.
They do.
Lemony Snicket, Daniel Handler, the actual author, has written a prequel series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they could go that direction.
With Count Olaf still there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you could legit, Neil Patrick Harris could keep doing his shtick and all of that.
Because he does make that show so great.
Good. They did incorporate some of that into a series of unfortunate events. You do get some of the flashback things. And yes, they ended in a way where things could move forward in some way, shape, or form. So it's which it's made some people angry because it's not the same as the books. They gave away way more than the end of the books actually did.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
And that's the piece, is you sit there going, I like the fact that they did that. It makes for better TV.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the books left you with that. If you're going to start... the book started that way. If you're going to read this story, it does not have a happy ending.
Yeah.
And that's legitimately how he had to end the books, or else... he lied to you in that first sentence.
Exactly.
So he had to make sure that the books ended with this kind of well, then that's it. That's all we know. And you're like, I feel empty inside.
Yeah, you feel like...
But then you sit there going he did warn me 13 books ago that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yes, I believe they had to do that for TV.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you have to do.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it was off.
It wasn't totally.
It wasn't. It wasn't out to left field.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. But
I just warned the person upstairs that someone's going to be coming in.
I see. Yeah. Don't freak them out. Really like that series. I think they did a great job. Neil Patrick Harris is just great. The acting is just great. Editing's great.
Kids were good.
Yeah.
The effects were good.
Great.
It felt,
an older baby still.
She grew up in the stories though too.
Yeah.
They just advanced it faster.
Yeah.
I forgot what book it is where they're all of a sudden like Sonny's walking and talking a little bit more, like, and they went, oh my gosh, like we've been through so much, like we're not even watching our baby sister grow. Like it's actually a point in the books where you're like, oh, because they don't have time to be kids.
Yeah.
In the show, they throw out the joke because it took so long between season 1 and 2. It's like, wow, it feels like we've been sitting here forever. Even Sonny seems to be more of a toddler now. Like they kind of just, it's a throwaway line.
Sunny is one of my favorite characters.
They did so well with
They did so well with
Well,
Sunny.
even in the book, she's fat.
Yeah,
I'm rereading the first book right now, and she's the most fun character if you're reading it out loud because they're having a conversation, and Sunny interrupts, and literally it's like Sunny shrieks because she yells everything she says, and it is some onomatopoeia type word where you're just like, scuba dipping up! Which clearly means in the book,
yeah.
So instead of subtitles on the show in the book, it's like, which probably meant, I would also like a book, but I'd like it on things to chew, please. Like,
yeah, something to put in her mouth.
Yeah.
I watched a Tesla documentary on Netflix, which was pretty interesting.
That man got screwed hard.
Yeah, he did. Poor guy. I felt like he was too smart for his day and age. Like, he predicted mobile phones.
Yeah.
Like, he predicted so much stuff. Actually understanding the difference between alternate current and direct current was like, how would you think of that? And be like, wow, that saves a ton of power and energy. And it would have been.
And yet we went with Edison.
Yeah. And some of the things he was going to invent, but he didn't finish because people thought he was a nutball.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see what they would have done.
Yeah.
So super interesting documentary about Tesla. Cool guy. Now he's got a car named after him. All that stuff.
Well, because people have actually gone back and looked and gone, how come we weren't listening to this guy before? And then you look at it, and it is. It's the government was against him.
Everyone thought he was just nuts. And I guess he was a bit crazy.
Well, they're all a bit crazy.
Yeah, he was.
But it comes down to patents, and it comes down to who you knew in government, and that was the Edison piece of it all. Was you know?
And I'm pretty sure he was either autistic or had some degree of autism, or was what's the other one?
Down syndrome.
No.
Asperger's.
Asperger's. Yeah. But super genius though.
Start throwing disabilities in.
Which one?
Which one?
I'm trying to think.
Palsy.
I'm trying to think of the ones where it's like, you don't always have the best social skills, but a higher level, yeah. Because that's probably more where that was. Yeah.
Because he had a terrible social life. Like he just could not communicate with people well.
But again, and that sometimes just it comes with that higher level thinking. It's like I have these ideas and you people don't understand me, and again, you don't know how to communicate them, and that
exactly.
Yeah. I can make electricity go from here to there without wires. Isn't that neat? You're insane.
Yeah. Like he had some crazy cool invention anyway, that I would love to see someone make today.
I'm gonna say he's
probably.
Then I watched some movies on Netflix. I'll get into these ones that I haven't finished yet. Polar. It's
Express.
Polar.
No, just Polar.
Polar,
maybe, yes.
Polar.
That new one.
Is it about cold places?
Polar.
It could be. It's
or really. Magnets.
No, I'm not sure why they called it that.
English language is weird. It's like there's words that mean the same thing or mean different things, but are
Polar.
But main actor is the first bad guy in Casino Royale.
The first bad guy?
Or like the bad guy in Casino Royale?
Mr. White?
No, like
the main guy that he plays.
The main guy he plays.
Poker against Chris Smith.
No, it's he's a bad.
He's also in
the guy with the milky
Doctor
eye?
Strange. Yeah. He's also in Doctor Strange.
No, yes, he was in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he wasn't Doctor Strange. He was the bad guy in Doctor Strange.
I can never remember his name. He's also Hannibal.
Mads
Mikkel.
Yeah.
I want to say Mads Mikkelsen.
Me Too. He was also in Star Wars.
Yes. He's what's her name's dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of
names?
names?
The guy who created the Death Star laser.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't know.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yes.
Got it.
I had his last name. It was the first one where it's like.
I knew it was Mads.
Yeah.
Mikkelsen.
I had a good time watching that movie. It's about an assassin who's going to retire. But he's taken out of retirement. Very almost like John Wick, but not like John Wick.
Did they kill his dog?
No.
There was a pause.
He
there.
accidentally kills his dog.
He kills his own dog and he goes insane.
And
No,
goes
no,
and
no.
seeks
He's-
revenge.
He's never insane. He doesn't
That's
go.
a quick movie.
Oh no! I shot my dog. I vow revenge. Bang!
Bang.
God.
Yeah. But pretty much he's retiring, but some assassins are hired to kill him. So he has to go
Stop them before
stop them and shut down this agency that's trying to kill them.
Self-preservation.
Yes, self-preservation. Interesting movie. Definitely not for kids.
I hope not.
But-
Mads is one of those actors where I either really like him in a movie or I'm like, eh.
Yeah. He actually doesn't have too many lines. in
I've
this
never seen
movie.
Hannibal, and I think I have to see Hannibal because apparently it's a really good.
Is
show.
it a really good
Yeah,
show?
really
Oh,
good
I should
show.
maybe check that out too.
Like he made a really good Hannibal Lecter.
He's a good bad guy.
He's
He
good.
plays a really good
Yeah.
bad guy. He's got the face. He's got the right jaw.
Yes.
But then in
He
Rogue
plays-
One,
He plays a really good, good guy. That's bad. And yeah, Rogue One, he was good.
Rogue One, I liked him.
I liked.
He was evil. He created the Death Star.
But he didn't want to.
He
He
didn't
was the
want to.
Einstein of that time. Where like Einstein was like, I've created,
Like-
nuclear fusion. Isn't that cool? And they're like, we can turn it into a bomb. And he's like,
Damn it, guys!
Not what I wanted.
Not what I intended, but oh damn.
yeah.
And then I watched the new movie, another Netflix movie, Io. Another post-apocalyptic movie where people go to a spaceship. That's called Io, and it's
Yes.
up by Jupiter.
All right.
But there's this one girl who's still on the planet who's trying to figure out a way to survive on Earth.
Build a base.
So she has that.
Bunker.
Then build a submarine.
You can't
Airplane.
get down to the water. You can't
Airplane.
get down to the water anymore. Because pretty much everything below a certain altitude is like toxic air.
Thus the submarine.
Uh-huh. You build a submarine, you get the plane, and you just have it attached by wires and then drop.
Drop. Just go into the ocean.
Hey, if the A-Team can do it with a tank.
Falcon.
I like him. It's just like, I'm just going to breeze through this.
I have a long list. I don't want to waste time.
Waste time.
I guess
Tony's
we
in
have
about 5
Oh, okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
Falcon from Avengers.
Anthony Mackie.
Yes, he's in there. He's also on Earth.
I like
But
Anthony
you
Mackie.
said she's alone.
Well, sorry, she's
Spoilers.
not alone.
Oh,
And-
spoilers.
It's known. Okay, it's not a spoiler. It's known she's not alone on Earth. She's alone.
Lied
on her,
to me.
on her in her own base.
Battlefront all over again. He's lying about our accomplishments.
Hi, I'm a Fury. How is it? Why do I keep
I am
doing
furry.
that?
Furry.
I am a furry. Hi. Again, welcome back. I apologize profusely. I've had problems
We've had this
reading
discussion
today.
about English too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian's lying to us right now.
Yeah, Brian's lying.
I am not.
He said that she was alone.
I am
Yes.
not.
She's not alone.
Well-
There's a superhero with her.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't really call him a superhero. It's more the equipment he uses.
Do
Iron
you
Man,
count Iron Man as a
Batman.
superhero? It's what's inside that counts.
He's just a hero.
It's what's
He's a
inside.
hero.
His emotions and his
No.
the shade
No.
he throws.
No.
That's super.
Batman's
That's a
Batman's
superhero.
a hero.
That's true.
Iron Man,
Iron Man would
He's
be
a
a hero. Because it's his equipment doing the work. It's not him.
but he can do things that no one else can.
Like what?
Like
He's super smart?
yeah.
There's other super
And,
smart people.
and get these equipment to and think of the idea to use this equipment to surpass human.
Hero.
Anthony Mackie is not afraid of heights.
Hero.
That's a pretty good superpower.
They're more superior than average humans.
So they're better than me.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? They're all better than me.
No.
If superheroes are
Hero.
Okay. I was gonna be like Daredevil, but no, he actually has like
He actually has
superpowers.
I don't
In a
know.
way.
No, he does. It's all heightened senses.
Yeah.
If you actually read the original Daredevil, it's the same ooze that created the Ninja Turtles that created Daredevil.
Really?
Is that the same universe?
No, it was an homage by the Daredevil guy, but it is. It's
Oh.
the same. The chemical that spilled on him was ooze. They just couldn't call it ooze.
So technically, Daredevil's a mutant.
No,
Could be.
Because
he's not in the terms of
turtles
Marvel.
are
Not in the
mutant?
terms of Marvel mutants.
Oh,
Marvel mutants, it's a genetic
He
Yeah,
could be a
thing.
superhero.
He's a superhero.
he's a superhero.
because he actually has powers.
That's true. Speaking about Daredevil, I started season 3.
Segued in.
Segue.
See what I did there?
Yeah. He's like, I'll bring up Daredevil so I can talk about Daredevil.
I started season 3. Did you guys start it?
No.
Okay. Well, I already talked to you guys because you guys finished the Defenders, right?
Yes.
I didn't even watch the Defenders.
Didn't watch the Defenders.
You didn't watch the Defenders? How do you not watch the Defenders?
And Daredevil season 3 opens with a huge, you need to watch Defenders. Because I was like, what did I miss? I need to go back to the beginning of this episode. Like, did I miss something?
Did you go back and watch the Defenders?
No, I didn't. Because I was like, then I have to watch all these other ones, and I tried watching some of them, and I just couldn't get into them.
I'm trying to think of the Defenders as something to watch.
To tie it all together, you need to watch it.
I enjoyed the Defenders.
The team-ups were great.
The team-up stuff was fun.
Mm-hmm. Especially their restaurant.
The restaurant was fun.
That's not a spoiler. There's a restaurant scene.
Oh, that's okay.
Actually, it's an entire episode.
The coolest part about the Defenders was each scene was kind of filmed like their respective shows, but they used a lot more of there was more reds in Daredevil and more purples and stuff in Jessica Jones and more yellows and more
Iron Fist
and Iron Fist had greens.
Right.
And then when they got to that restaurant, they had the lighting just right.
Yeah.
So scenes with Jessica Jones and Daredevil had reds and purples kind of meshing, and it was the artistic design was killer.
Awesome.
The rest of that show was so rushed, where you're just there was parts where they're like, we will film a fight scene almost all in the dark. That way we can hide a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Yes.
I also find the hand a very boring.
But you needed a big group.
You needed a big group for them to fight. So they legitimately needed mass amounts of ninjas for those guys to fight. But again, you have Luke Cage on your team where it's boom, boom.
His character made no sense in that season.
He's getting beat down, and you're like,
how?
Question.
How?
Yeah.
Against maybe the bosses? Sure. Not the ninjas themselves.
No, he should not have had problems with
ninjas. But
whatever.
Maybe they have a special way of hitting them.
Maybe.
But then even say that, they're really good at finding those pressure points or this or that or something else.
And a fist.
Greetings. But that's my thing. Is the bosses could, it's and maybe they can just nail them. It's a Tony!
It's a Tony!
You've never watched The Defenders?
He has not watched The Defenders.
Well, no.
How did you not watch The Defenders?
And then he watched
because I can't. The one that you should watch.
He watched Daredevil season 2.
I couldn't get into it.
It's so much better than you think it is.
Okay, in my opinion,
just got louder.
In my opinion, Daredevil is the solid series. Punisher is a solid series.
Yes.
Jessica Jones.
Even Punisher is still a bit lower than Daredevil. To me, Daredevil was the best out of
Jessica Jones season 2 is so good.
I couldn't get into it.
Oh no!
Come on.
But Defenders, literally.
You're lying to me. Now you're telling me this.
Next thing you know, Iron Man is in I.O. Iron Man's in I.O.
In I.O.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Anthony Mackie, Falcon.
All of them are now.
No, Falcon is.
It's actually I.O. is actually just a Marvel spinoff. Spider-Man's in a bunch of dust.
Yeah.
Well, then everybody.
Stop it. Lying to me.
I just really like Daredevil. I don't know.
It's a good show.
Daredevil.
Compared to all the other ones,
right? It's really solid.
Well, because they have the best. They have the best showrunners. They have everything is just.
And I really like Wilson Fisk.
He is the best character.
I love that. He is a good antagonist. I do not like the hand. I just find them boring. I don't know what it is.
They're ninjas. They're supposed to be stealthy. You're not supposed to know anything about them.
They're supposed to have no heartbeat. No heartbeat.
You need more action scenes with ninjas.
Yes.
You don't need
legit
more scenes that make sense with the ninjas.
Correct. Or bring Nabu, or I think that was his name.
Nabu.
Whatever.
Zabu.
Nabu.
The one
Nabu.
ninja who he lit on fire, who came back.
Yes.
Zazu.
But you need that kind of I am lead ninja sort of thing.
Yeah.
A Shredder character. If
yeah.
They kind of did.
They kind of did. But
it was really weird.
Because Punisher was the better antagonist in season 2.
They had Ripley.
Yeah.
Until Punisher went away.
They had Ripley.
He didn't go away. He had his own little story.
I know he had his own little story, but it was no longer all of a sudden it was the two of them were okay, because it's like Matt's still like, okay, like the Punisher's not the biggest problem here. It's these ninjas. And you're like,
have you seen Punisher season 2 already? Is there any reference to
Punisher? No.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
I just wasn't sure if like there's any reference to anything that's happened
Red.
pre.
That's all he says. Red.
I don't know.
That's a reference.
Is that his only piece? Okay.
I don't know.
It hasn't been canceled yet, so.
Yeah.
The year is still early.
Can't cancel it if you just don't make any shows.
And then my prediction will be right.
But yeah, season 3 interesting so far. I
So-
just missed that big. Apparently I need to
That
see
long
that.
fight scene was real cool though.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was so satisfying.
And then I
Watch
started
Defenders.
watching
It's too
Carmen
late.
San Diego.
I also
Oh, I
watched
need to
the
watch
first
that.
episode of Carmen
Oh,
San
that looks so
Diego.
good. I've seen the first 10 minutes of it.
I like it. It's
It
a
was
cartoon.
like 10
What's
and a
that
half.
old insurance commercial that used to be cartoon people?
Oh,
And they
it's
were
good.
kind of blocky, and there was the ninja, like the agents and all of that. It looks
Oh,
legitimately
yeah.
like they hired those
Yeah,
people to
those
do this
animators.
show.
It's fine. It works.
Solid, but
I was gonna
yeah,
say that
solid.
animation was cool.
But legit, they're like, we will get you to make a whole show.
Also, we're gonna get Gina. What's her name? Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez, yeah.
She's doing some weird stuff. So she goes from, like, I know her from Jane the Virgin.
Yes.
Everyone does.
Good show, like solid show.
Yeah,
funny
she's-
show.
That's fair.
Superstore?
No, that's America Ferrera.
Close,
Then
though.
she goes and does like that 5-second cameo on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Then they do follow it up if you watch the last episode.
I haven't
But
yet.
they
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of.
then because like they didn't have time because she's doing Carmen San Diego. She also did a movie. So I saw the trailer for this movie and it's like her with 2 M16s and wearing a dress. Walking.
I saw this trailer.
Like,
You're
I
right.
have no
Yeah,
idea
what
what movie
movie
this
is that?
But it's like Gina Rodriguez, and I'm like, Jane the Virgin is going to kill people, and she's like, you got to take me seriously, and I'm like, I do now.
I don't want to piss you off, please.
I do now.
Yikes! Like I thought
Jane, not so virgin.
she is stellar in Jane the Virgin.
Yes.
She was and her character that they brought on for that 5 seconds of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm like, okay, this person needs more jobs.
Yeah.
She was in something else recently.
But then all of a sudden she's in that trailer. And I'm
She's
going
Smallfoot.
like, oh, she's in.
That's the one.
Oh,
That's where she is. Yes, that's why I saw her.
But yeah, she does the voice of Car. She's the voice of Car.
Oh, yeah.
Solid show.
I just have to get over, because, when I was a kid, Carmen San Diego was this adult,
Yes.
and this is more her beginnings
How
of
she
Carmen
started
San
out.
Diego. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
she goes
Origin story.
Yeah.
Well, she's not a thief.
She is, but she isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a good thief.
She's a good thief.
Robin Hood.
Which I always thought she was in the first, like the original. Like she wasn't like a bad thief. She just.
Well, to be fair, the original Carmen San Diego was literally a game show.
Yes. Yes.
You were searching the world for Carmen,
Carmen
San
San
Diego.
Diego.
Annihilation.
Which
That's where I
is-
saw her in. Annihilation.
Oh yes, yes.
She was
I watched that.
But yeah, they were legitimately looking for Carmen San Diego,
Diego.
and it was a bunch of kids answering questions about.
Oh,
It was
that
a-
show was
It was
so
a low-key
good,
geography show.
In the world is Carmen.
No,
San
we're gonna get. Ding.
We're not that good at singing.
Where in the world?
We're
Where in the world?
They do bring a
And
bit of
I
that
will.
music back in, which is great. It's
Yeah.
a little like edited, but it's great. So I do like it so far. I only watched the first episode.
I need to get into.
I
it.
watched the first episode too.
I need
We
to-
watched it.
It's-
We watched it.
It's definitely again more oriented towards kids. But
Well,
I
again,
still
so was
like
the
it.
original.
I had to laugh because when we were watching it, or watching the first couple minutes of it, I'm trying to tell my fiance, like, yeah, remember Carmen San Diego? She's like, no. I'm like, how can you not? We played the song for her, and she's like, no.
No.
We've reached the
legitimately-
generation.
We're so old.
Well, no, we found.
Well, no.
I found like the generation gap between me and my fiance.
Yeah, there's those gaps, everyone. And I mean, like,
I found it.
my wife and I, it's a year. And again, it depends on what you watched at home and this and that and everything. Because, like, we know all the classic Disney movies because that's what was shown to us. And the other day, someone said something on a TV show or something about, like, butterfly in the sky. And I'm like, I can go twice as high. And my wife looked at me like I was insane. And I'm like, reading Rainbow? She's like, you were the Reading Rainbow guy. I know nothing about it.
Oh,
And I'm
Reading
like,
Rainbow was great.
You know what? I'm
With Geordie LaForge.
See, my thing is with Reading Rainbow, I knew it.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
Oh, I loved it.
But I knew about it.
Such a great show.
It's because I never had CBS or whatever channel.
PBS.
Yes,
Never had-
everybody had PBS.
No, I never had. I never,
Everybody had
Oh,
PBS.
It's public broadcasting. That was the
It was
point.
basically
I couldn't find it.
Channel 22.
13.
I
5.
thought it was 20.
Channel
Yeah,
5.
see, I think, yeah.
Channel 5.
14 was YTV.
Yes.
14 was YTV.
Maybe it was 13.
I don't know. I never found it.
8 was
ITV.
ITV. Well,
ITV.
global.
In my defense, I was busy watching Beast Wars. So
Oh,
It's on
yeah.
Channel 14.
Yeah, 14. So just go one channel lower. And
Yeah.
but Beast Wars.
One channel lower.
Beasties.
Beastie.
We called it
Beasties.
Beasties
That's
here,
right.
thank you very
That's
much.
right. Canadian,
Yeah.
the Canadian version.
Which is the exact same show.
They had to re-record that intro twice.
And that is all the things I've watched.
Beasties, that's it.
So now onto my games. That was a long list for just things I watched.
We watched a lot of
That's
stuff.
fair.
Someone's been off work.
It's not me.
Lucky.
Jurassic World Evolution. If you haven't catched my playcast,
Stop.
check it out.
It's a
Brian was so diligent, he recorded that twice.
Now is that by
did the
design
same-
or was it like
You
oops?
did the same thing over and over again?
Well, no, we filmed. He did do the same thing over and over. We filmed together, so Brian was like, "Okay," so we shared screens to get your OBS set up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, he's got the game running. It's like, oh, let's just start recording. But my voice from my headset to his echoed.
Yeah.
What?
Just on the recording, my voice was echoing.
Yeah.
So we.
And it bugged me.
Yeah. So Brian restarted the game a third time
Whoa.
just to play through the first level on his recording.
So what
on
you're
his
saying
video.
is that first park is now should be pristine.
Yes.
No issues
Well, I have not
whatsoever.
continued. That's on tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, the best part is Brian. I'm watching him play, like the new one without me, and he's because I'm like, okay, okay, Brian's good, cool. The sound's
Yeah.
good, this is good, that's good, solid. He's putting everything in the exact same spots and getting the exact same dinosaurs, and I'm like, I feel so bad for Brian because he's doing legitimately the exact same playthrough.
Sometimes the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and
expecting
expecting the same.
insanity.
He got different results, so he got a much better video.
Without Nick's echoing voice.
Without my
Your voice would have been lovely in there, but it was just echoing. It was just driving me like, oh my gosh. My park sounds empty. Because it's echoing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Echo.
Doing City Skylines again because I just love
Building
cities
Building
and
cities.
doing a better job than Edmonton. Except I don't. And then
And then you send me pictures of your traffic, and I go,
Yeah,
someone's
like-
learned from our city.
yeah.
Is there multiplayer for City Skylines?
No.
I feel like there could be.
No.
We could play it like we're playing the
Oh,
last
the
game
suit.
on his thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'll be my segue into yours.
But I thought people were mad at you.
Man, it's
In
what?
cities,
Skylines.
in Skylines? Oh, yeah.
People are always going to be mad at you.
Oh yeah, people are always gonna be
You
mad.
drive the taxes up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's so I laugh so hard because Brian's like, I'm
Build
putting
that
in a
wall.
toll booth. I've made it work. And I'm like, what is with you?
Did you build a
raise the
wall?
taxes, you do this, you do that. Like, I'm the guy who's like, I'm super socialist in that game because I'm like, oh, I'll give you all free, you enact the thing for free fire alarms.
Oh, I gave them free fire.
I know, but you gave them free smoke alarms and then raised taxes.
It's no. It seems so.
I'm on
that's
to
what it
what
was.
you're doing. Yeah, it's like I'm on to what you're doing here.
I know. I put
It's
in
like-
those automated toll booths.
Guys,
but
free
increases-
gas, free gas for everyone, but your insurance rates are just going up.
Taxes way up. You never have to pay for heating again in your house. Taxes are now 23%.
I'm running a communist society here.
Well, all right,
the
that's
government gives you stuff.
That's wildly different.
Here's the thing, and that's always that was I think always I loved that part of school where we did learn about communism because they teach it and you go, it's a solid idea. Like really,
Ideal
if all of these
communism
things, if
is
all these
great.
things are
In
provided
theory,
for you,
yes.
In theory.
in theory
yes.
it's great, and then
True
it's
communism, yes.
true.
That'll never
yes,
happen.
and that'll never happen.
Also,
which is why
true
we have-
democracy would be great.
That's
And
also
that
true.
is no longer, anyways.
But either
Well,
way,
that's a different-
socialism
that's a
is
different
as close
discussion.
as
Another
we'll ever
different
get,
discussion. What else? I still love City Skyline.
Great game.
Anyways,
Solid
Into the
game.
Breach.
Oh man, I need.
I
to,
have not played this. This is
It's
the
so
first
good.
playthrough.
Brian beat it.
You beat it. How
on
did you?
easy.
Oh,
on easy.
okay. Wow.
You don't
I
say
had
that
to
you
go-
had him going.
I had to go on easy. Like
Yeah,
normal.
it's a challenging game.
Normal is it gets quite
Because
challenging.
even though they tell you where things are happening, it's still
it
like
doesn't-
okay, cool.
it doesn't matter.
What? Put out one fire and two more come up.
yes,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
and you're just like, oh my gosh. So
And there's
That's
so,
one of those games where you have to be willing to lose
Yes, you do have to lose.
It's the Dark Souls of strategy games.
Yes.
Like you have to lose units, you have to lose buildings to
Yeah.
actually win. Like it's that lovely game.
Sacrifice one person.
It is.
to
It's
win
that.
the war.
Yes.
It's that game of 12.
What do you
and
kill?
it's
A
one
bus full of
person.
nuns
Yeah.
or your wife?
So if you guys don't know Into the Breach, the premise is you are saving the world from
Future destruction.
future destruction from these insects like aliens.
They're essentially giant kaiju.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time you die, you can only send one pilot back, and you with a squad you get 3 pilots.
Okay.
So if you lose, you send one pilot back. Even if you win, you send one pilot back, and kind of because you want to save different timelines as well.
It's got that Dead Cells kind of vibe where each playthrough you're learning a little bit more and more, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it does get harder and harder the more and more you play through it.
Not on easy.
Easy, it does get
it's
harder,
pretty
and the
challenging
more times
still.
you do well, the harder it'll always become.
And just to be clear, like when you lose, you have to start basically from square one again.
Yes. Just your your
So-
pilot and his abilities remain.
Right. So it's kind of got that Rogue Legacy kind of vibe to it too.
Yeah.
A rogue.
This game, very, very strategic. Even my brain gets
Bored?
not bored. Sorry, it
Wow.
gets tired.
Okay.
It gets tired. So
It's one.
It's very yeah.
I almost feel when I'm playing it, I always get that vibe of if Advance Wars did something new.
Yeah.
This is what Advance Wars would be like.
Yeah.
But that's why they haven't made another Advance Wars games because they don't know.
Yeah, what to do.
What to
what
next.
to do next?
This
yeah.
is a good evolution of what that idea could be for Nintendo.
Because everybody's like, we want another Advanced Wars, and the guy who's made it's like, you're just gonna get the same,
I know, so-
same game. So
I agree with him in that regard. So.
yeah.
But if Into the Breach is quite something.
Yeah,
Solid
solid game. Solid game. Pixel graphics.
Done by the same guys who did Faster.
Yeah.
Than
FTL
guys. I can't remember names today.
I keep saying Fury instead of Furry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought Subset Games. I think it's Subset Games.
You're right.
Is
Good
it
for you.
okay?
You got it. See, you remember.
Oh yeah, it took me long.
Yeah. It's okay.
Really good game.
It's on
What's
the
this again? Like a
It's on the Switch, so if you
Cat.
guys,
cat.
Tailless Mouse.
Tailless
Tailless
Mouse.
mouse.
So really good game.
It's
And
on the
then-
Switch too.
It
So
is
that's
on,
cool.
It is on
I
the
have it on
Switch.
I have it on the Switch.
I think it's a great portable game. There's no
Yes.
touch controls, which a little bit miffed about
Yeah.
because I feel like you could.
It would be a great touch.
Yeah.
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 Because you are. It's almost like chess or other.
drag it,
What
drag.
are those games called where you?
Chess,
Strategy games.
point and
No,
click.
like
yes.
Final Fantasy
Tactics.
Tactics. Sorry, yes, tactics. Yes.
Gotcha.
So yeah. And then the last game,
You didn't actually play.
I didn't play this. I did not play this game, so I will bring this. Oh no, should I?
You can now talk. Go for it.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
We started a thing
It's you.
You guys started a new series.
Yeah, it's called Living Together
with Nick and Brian.
with Nick and Brian in The Sims 4.
They don't physically want to live with each other. So this is the way they do it.
It wouldn't It wouldn't make financial sense for us
To live
together.
We have never lived together.
No, we have not.
We have
That's what
never.
I'm saying.
No, legit. This
Yeah.
is so. Either way, this came up because I'm on one Discord server and people were talking about The Sims, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I own The Sims 4. I enjoyed The Sims 4. I should jump back into The Sims 4.
Yeah.
So I installed it, and then I remembered why I got out of The Sims 4, which was all of the
DLC.
expansion packs and the DLCs.
Yeah.
They don't call it DLC. They call it like expansion packs.
There's
and, like,
expansion
sets.
packs, content
Sets,
packs,
yeah.
and adventure packs. There's 3 different packs, so they go from $51 down to $12.99, and
it's
I
just-
think the middle one's $25.99. Expansion packs provide an entire new part of a city to move into with all new content. So some of it's like get famous, so you can actually set up. You can become a podcaster, like a webcast person.
I think what got me.
Yeah.
I think what got me
We're
miffed is that
famous.
there's some content packs you can't access or you can't buy until you buy another expansion pack. There's some of them that are like that.
Like it builds on the
Well,
expansion.
Because I think what my fiance did was she bought the pets one, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
which was an expansion pack.
Yes.
But she couldn't buy some of the other stuff, like different other pets, without buying pets expansion. So it should just come with it, but it doesn't.
Well, essentially,
It's so
what they did
strange.
was they released pets, and then they released there's a content pack with more pet stuff.
But you need to buy.
And they just don't
It's
want you
deal-
buying more pet stuff.
Let's
you
just-
can.
It's DLC. It's DLC. No, you can't buy it unless you own it.
I could buy it.
No, you can't buy it unless you own the previous.
It let me buy it.
No, you can't.
It let me do it.
She could not buy it. Not that she
Was
cared.
it Sims 3 or Sims 4?
4.
Because I can put I could put a dog bed in the house.
Oh no! Some stuff
without
like
a
that
dog.
is fine, but like specific different breeds of animals, you have to buy the DLC for the DLC.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is like
It's
that's
a very EA thing to do.
DLC on DLC.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys are doing.
The only reason I looked at them again and I went, oh, because there's 6 actual expansion packs of $51.99.
Yeah.
So like I calculated, it's like $400 to get all the stuff.
We calculated, like $400 for all of it. On sale was like $320.
Well, no, so there's
$320 to get everything.
$80.
There's bundles you can build.
Oh yeah.
So you get an expansion pack, an adventure pack, and a content pack for $64.
Okay.
So instead of like $51 for an expansion, all of a sudden you spend an extra, $14 and you get 2 other packs, essentially, like smaller packs. So I got.
It's a little bit better to buy them when they're on sale.
And that's the shtick, and that's
You
what
only
I've been
buy them
told
when
on
they're
this
on
other
sale.
Discord channel. Simi Smalls, one of the people who plays The Sims, she's another Twitch person, but she plays The Sims primarily, and that was her thing, was like, get them on sale, and you spend way less
And
money.
they're always on sale. Like
The only set that was on sale this week was the toddler, like extra toddler stuff, and I'm like, no, that we do not need that right now.
Are you sure though?
I'm sure. So either way,
And I kept bugging you about a co-op game.
well, so the question was Brian's like, can we co-op The Sims? Can we co-op The Sims?
Let me tell you a little game about The Sims Online.
So there's a mod for
Alright.
there's a mod for The Sims where you can play co-op.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's in beta, it's super broken, glitches out, it
Yeah.
breaks, it does
Yeah.
all these things. So it's like, okay, never mind. It's like, Brian, what if I shared my screen to you? Because all The Sims is make decisions,
Yes.
and buy stuff and click things. Well, if we let The Sims do their own thing and pretty much like narrate their life, or if they're going in a certain direction, we become that like, omnipotent presence.
black and white god kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like it's like we're doing the
Flick them into the ocean.
what's the oh man, the movie with Will Ferrell, Stranger Than Fiction. Like you're
Oh,
almost doing
yes,
that piece
yeah.
of it where it's like he decided instead of starting an argument with this person, he was going to go and play some video games.
No,
and
I
that's
don't.
what'll end up, yeah, and that's what'll end up happening. So. To make it easier, because one night I'm like, I'm going to get used to the game before we stream, so we don't look like complete morons. I'm going to build a house.
Look like morons.
So I built a house, and by the time I built 2 bedrooms, a bathroom,
Yeah.
a living room, and a kitchen, I couldn't even afford appliances for my kitchen. I was out of money.
Yeah.
Oof.
And with one sim building a house. So legit, The Sims it's that game where you
Bless you.
Thank you.
It's that game where you have to start small and work your way up.
Yeah.
So instead of building a house and doing that kind of stuff, I'm like, if I buy the City Livings pack, expansion pack, it unlocks apartments. So they're preset. There's no actually having to build walls.
Yeah.
You move in,
Yeah.
and that's that.
We've never rented a place.
We've also never rented, so they've
Neither
added
of us,
rent
huh?
to the game instead of like a mortgage payment or something. You actually owe rent every week or whatever. Hi,
Screw
I
you.
told you.
No.
No squeakies. I mean, I'm sorry. Because that was my farts.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we were gonna blame it on, was Brian.
And yet you squeeze it.
And yet I squeeze it. Come on.
So you guys built.
You guys are told not as I
So
do.
you guys purchased an apartment.
Yes,
started furnishing it.
Yep.
So we built our characters last night.
Yep.
And we furnished an apartment.
Is it better than the character we created together?
That was the best character ever. He should
Oh,
move in
so
as a
creepy.
roommate.
No,
Have him move in.
We legitimately.
Move him in.
I think our characters turned out fairly.
Your guys' character
characters
was
were-
boring.
But our character.
Our character was top notch.
So creepy.
Brian added some. Brian added
That's a
clumsiness to
pose.
him.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
How do you clean dishes?
Brian did some good. Like there was some good stuff going on in that one. Like I think our characters, and that's the piece is we're. Again, there's the I love this. Last night we're creating stuff, and it's like, do you want like the fantasy version of you, sort of thing? Like you have, reign over what your character looks like. And Ryan's like, yeah. And then we took his clothes off to like do something. I think you had to do your swim trunks or something, and you're like, oh, I am far too skinny. Like let's add some girth
Wait
on
to
a
me,
little
yeah.
bit. So we made him a little bit thicker. And then he's like, well, I got a bit of a pudge. And it's like, again, we've talked about this already. Like, and he's like, nope. So I'm like, all right. And then again, because we had set the muscles up enough, he now has like a bit of a gut, but there's abs over top of it.
That's so realistic.
Yeah.
Just like real life.
Weird.
It's my 1-pack.
It was actually like a 2-pack. It split down the middle, and you just kind of was right there. So
It's
it was
just
kind
like
of
real
funny.
life.
That's what it looked like.
Either way, we started the game with $22,000.
Yes.
So do you start with that money, or did you
You
guys
start
You
with that
start
money.
with 22 grand.
I think it's
Okay.
11
for each?
11 grand.
11
per
grand
person,
each, yeah. And then renting the apartment, we had to put a down payment down.
Yes.
So we, I think, put $600 down.
Yes.
So we were left with about $21,000 to furnish the apartment.
Yes.
We have $1,000 left.
Yes.
That sounds normal. That sounds about right.
Because we again were like, well, to make it an interesting video, we'll furnish the whole thing. So we started with no counters, no.
you had to build the kitchen and stuff.
We had to build the kitchen.
bathroom.
We had to build all that, which again you don't normally do in an
In an
apartment.
or
They
even
usually
appliances.
comes with it.
Usually appliances come
And again, it
with
usually comes with appliances, so that kind
Yeah,
of.
you guys had
jazz.
to figure out the kitchen with the mouse hole.
We had
Yes,
2 mouse
there's
holes
some
in
mouse
our
holes.
apartment.
Where's the other one?
In my room.
In Nick's
Oh.
room.
That's always a good thing.
And then we
Put
did
some cheese out for it. It'll be nice.
we did one
A
thing
trap work.
because when we started the stream,
Yes.
we talked about it, and we're like, we're not going to alter the walls. We're going to pretend we're legit just moving
Just
into
moving
an
in.
apartment. But one bedroom was
Twice the
was
size.
twice the size,
Maybe
and
a bit
also had the
bigger.
door to the balcony.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Who gets that one?
Well, so Brian was like, "You take it. All I need is a bed and like a dresser, and I'm good. Like that's my room. I don't need a lot for a room." And I'm like,
Neither do I.
"Well, really, in The Sims."
Well, then in that case, my rent should be higher than yours.
So instead,
Why
I'm
not
like,
logical?
"Can we make one little?" So I moved the window over, and I closed the room. So my room is, I think, one panel bigger.
Yeah.
But now we have a hallway that leads to the door to the balcony, so we can actually share the balcony. So, like, if Brian wants to barbecue in the game, he doesn't have to come through while I'm, like, dancing naked in front of a
and
mirror.
he's carrying burgers through.
Yeah, yeah. He's, like,
That's
inviting
not-
his friends, like, come on, guys.
You dancing around
Ooh,
naked
look at
happens
this
all the
meat.
time.
Phil now.
Dancing. Dancing.
I don't walk like that in the game.
No, your new character that you're added should.
We need to move him in.
So, either way, we did alter the apartment a little bit,
Be pregnant.
but more just
What
for...
are you going to impregnate him?
No. Just for sheer, it didn't make sense. Like, I would never think of moving into an apartment where that was the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need our own symbiote.
Yeah. I don't know.
Living together with Chris and Tony.
Everything's just on fire.
Guys are getting pregnant.
Left, right, and center.
They're walking like vampires.
We've got like 10 cats and a dog.
Oh.
Our children.
We need to show the community the creature that.
It's shared.
It's so
If you go
creepy.
to
Oh,
our
it is shared?
If you go to
Oh,
our
it's so
Twitter, it's up
creepy.
there. I
So
shared it.
I
This
saw
is-
it.
This is what happens when Barrel Roll plays.
Makes
The
a sim
Sims.
together.
It makes a sim together. So essentially, how we're playing the game co-op is I've got it here. Brian is
Screen
feeding me instructions and that kind of stuff in real time, so we can.
You make decisions too.
Not that I'm not making decisions, but it's like, oh, what if we did this? What if
You're
we did
talking
that?
about it, but
We're
one
making
person is
decisions
control.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, now that that's
Such
done,
a cute couple.
I know we now have to make communal
We're
decisions.
bromates.
We are yes.
Bromates.
We are.
Now I need to get a kid. Get that toddler expansion.
It's one of my traits actually is that I'm
He's
a
a
bro.
bro.
I'm a bro.
He can like bro fist. And,
Yeah.
you know.
And bro hug.
Oh, you're one of those.
He is.
Oh,
He's also clumsy and cheerful, so he's
Yeah.
the weirdest bro out there. But
so he's Brian,
he's Brian.
a dick.
No,
No,
the
it's
bro
not like,
the bro in the game is not actually. It doesn't mean dick.
like
It-
douche
Yeah,
bro.
it's not douche bro.
To me,
It's just
they
like-
are.
He's just a
You-
really
no,
good
you can
To me,
friend.
they are.
Well, no, you can legitimately in the thing go and say
What kind of bro?
not what kind of bro, but cheerful bro is different than
Jock bro or
jock
something?
bro,
jock
or,
bro
like, yeah,
or evil bro.
yeah.
Evil bro.
Kid hating loner
Try-
bro.
There's kid hating in that
That's
game.
what you
can-
need to do. You need to create characters in Pinky and the Brain.
We already
And
have
talk
neighbors.
about
We
it.
have to get.
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
we
to
do have
meet.
neighbors.
Yeah, we have people we have to meet.
Time to
Give
take
them-
over the world.
Give them a cake. Make them a cake.
with a
I'm a
file in it.
mixologist.
He is a mixologist. That's his.
Mix
his
them a
goal.
drink.
That's his goal in life.
Make alcoholic cake.
That's not hard.
Tiramisu.
Yeah.
That's not
Sure.
hard.
I'm not saying it's hard.
Do it.
Um,
Do it.
And then after we played for 2 hours setting up the apartment and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the next episode we do will be us getting jobs.
Oh yeah, we need those.
Well, technically, you haven't lived a minute yet.
We haven't lived. We've lived. Our characters are talking outside in the hallway.
And then we actually were like, I hope we're friends.
Well, and again, we can nudge that towards the right direction.
Yeah.
By sleeping.
Actually, it might be even more interesting if we weren't friends.
Again, it would it makes for that thing. But in our apartment, you can tell where we're. It's like, oh, we got a TV. Do we want like the really basic TV? And it's like, no, we're splurging. It hangs on the wall.
$4,000 TV.
Yeah, we bought No, that was the computer.
Oh, sorry, your computer's $4,000.
You share the computer?
We have to share it. We have no money to buy 2 computers.
Oh man, that means only one person can watch porn at a time.
Yes.
No, they can watch it together.
One of us can sit on the couch and watch it on the TV. The other guy can watch it on the
Yes,
the computer is very open.
That's not weird.
And yeah, the computer is way out in the open and not in bedrooms.
Man.
Once again, not weird.
The best part was he's
You're
talking
dancing around your room
naked. He's talking about his bedroom and he's like, all I need is a bed and a dresser. And then we go to do his bedroom and it's like, and a side table. And then I'm like, ooh, we could have a fish for the apartment. He's like, I'll take a fish in my room.
Oh, I need blinds.
Oh, and I need blinds. I say, and then
You're so demanding.
I know.
I was quite demanding in that episode. You should watch it.
Legitimately, if we had a cheaper computer, we could afford more stuff in our house. But we definitely
the computer's just for like entertainment. It's not like for anything.
For
no,
work?
for writing,
for work.
for writing, there's lots of stuff. I'm a writer, so I need
you need a $4,000 computer.
I didn't need the $4,000 computer, but the discussion was like,
Yes, you did.
if we're buying a computer, for the household, are we going to get this
computer.
Commodore 64, or are we getting a?
It's like a porn hub.
It's a hub for watching videos. And then after we were done, I went back and I started working on, because I got the bowling, because I got the bundle. If I'm going to spend $51, I might as well spend $14 and get extra stuff.
Yeah.
Bowling.
So I got the bowling adventure pack.
Are you attaching the bowling alley above your apartment?
No. We could technically, if we bought a big enough apartment, put a lane in. It's an option.
Yeah, but to go up above.
We don't have anything up above. The roof
Activity
is up above
room.
us.
Activity room.
We don't have. We're in an apartment. We don't have these options.
You expand.
They have a bowling alley in the White House, so you could totally get a bowling alley in your house.
So either way, I went back to one of the. There's one in the neighborhood that's
not?
empty. So I'm going to start filling it with some kind of stuff for us to do. But one of them, I'm building the bowling alley again, just to kind of get used to building things.
Mechanics and stuff.
I have found a button, Brian, where I'm going to go back into our apartment and make some tweaks.
Okay.
If I press Shift and the square bracket button, it can make objects bigger.
Oh,
or smaller. So blinds, for instance, that didn't fit the
bath
windows.
Towels.
Or the
floor
bath
towels.
Yeah,
your guys' bath towels are fine.
the bath towels are fine. We wanted one for around the
floor.
sink that we needed something like we needed a hand towel for the sink. There's no hand towel.
And we wanted like a floor, like
we wanted a floor mat, bath mat.
Yeah, bath mat.
So, yes, if you press the button, it makes things. You can actually make things gigantic,
okay.
or you can make things small. So, like, if you wanted a toy robot, you can legitimately get like the robot and make a smaller one. It still costs $3,000, but
get a giant fish.
I know. I want.
But you could make his fish tank bigger.
No, I want the fish bigger.
You can't make just the fish bigger.
Well, that's
you
garbage.
Don't get that
fish
choice.
grow into proportion of their tank size.
Yeah. So, working on the bowling alley, I know I've seen people.
Ocean fish aren't bigger than.
Well,
that's whales.
There's also a limit.
to
I want a whale in my.
How much food they can eat that can sustain their body size.
I want a whale in my apartment.
There should be giant fish out there.
There might be.
So yeah, on the bowling alley, I was trying to add like a food sign because I've now there's an offshoot to it. Like there's a restaurant or there's a bar, and bowling alley. So they're kind of separate. So I made sure like on the thing like food, like a food sign or something.
Yeah.
And it was this big. And I'm like, I've seen this bigger on builds. How did we make bigger? And the instructions on building things in that game is absolutely horrendous. So Maxis or EA, get on that because like it needs to be fixed.
It won't be.
It won't. They need further instructions on
Sims 5.
How to build things.
It'll be in there for Sims 5.
And so finally I figured that out, and I'm like,
expansion.
So yeah, I'm gonna go back into our apartment and just tweak the little things that were
a bit
slightly weird.
Your coffee maker is gigantic.
Yeah, like it's a really big
Hey,
coffee maker.
He likes his coffee.
Dude.
It's a big coffee maker.
He likes his coffee.
Yeah. Wonder if it'll make tiny sized coffees.
Espressos. Those are called espressos.
I know. But I can make the blinds actually fit. It's just more to like make everything aesthetically fit, as opposed to because like we put the coffee maker on the counter, and it's like a Black & Decker $30 coffee maker. Like there's nothing fancy to it. There's no extra gizmos or doodads or anything attached to it, and it takes up. If this is the counter, the coffee maker's here. And it's like
it actually slightly comes off the.
It slightly
the
falls off the counter, and it's like
it looks like it's gonna die, but it doesn't.
I don't need this much coffee.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You expanded the coffee.
Have you tried? Maybe you do need that.
In real life?
Yeah.
Maybe that might help.
It's like that one episode of Futurama where Fry
Coffee,
drinks
coffee,
like
coffee, coffee, coffee.
100 cups of coffee and he goes like super Fry. Everything's in slow mo.
He's like the Flash.
I'm thinking the $1 Million Man because that's kind of But yeah, so the bowling alley's almost done. There's a dance section, like a dance floor upstairs kind of club that I'm adding, and then I'm done. And then it's a place where our Sims can go and do something. We can have bowling night and meet people, meet other Sims, interact with them. Again, I'm gonna be as hands off as I possibly can with mine.
Just send them places and see how they
Just see what. Yeah, it's like, what adventure are we going on today? Go. Which is again something I haven't really seen on some of the Sims streams I've been watching.
We'll just narrate them.
It's a lot of building. So yeah, we'll be narrating. We'll be talking about their poor decisions they're making.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm waking up after work.
That's a poor decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a poor decision.
Whoopsies.
Oh God, there's a fire or something like
There's
that.
a fire in the house. Why isn't he putting it out? Brian, why are you not putting the fire?
Because
there's no
I
fire
have more important
extinguisher.
things to do.
There's no fire
We
extinguisher.
don't
I
have
can't.
a fire extinguisher in the house. We have smoke alarms.
We have
do
smoke detectors.
Did your rent go up?
Huh?
Did your taxes go up?
No, they did. We put them in ourselves. We paid for our smoke detectors.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems safe.
The government didn't for us.
Seems correlative.
Either way, The Sims, like, it's. I think this is the best way of me staying in the game is
Bringing Brian in.
bringing in a second person.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Spice up your
I don't
life.
know how people can play that game by themselves, just doing.
Well, no, because as soon as you
stuff.
kind of hit an achievement of some kind, it's like, oh, I'm the best writer in the world
Yeah.
now, and now just
Yeah,
my sim
it's
is
like
my Sim's job is now to sit at the computer, write books, go have a shower, go play some games, like keep them happy, keep this going, keep
Yeah,
that,
it
keep this,
becomes
keep
just
this.
a chore.
Now, isn't there? There must be a mode where once you hit sort of that highest tier level, that now the apartment's on fire. Oh, now you're flooding.
Well,
yeah,
no, that always happens.
That always happens.
That's just
So,
a random
like,
happenstance.
But like, I'm thinking more stuff. Like now, there's a giant alien attack.
I think
That'd be
whatever.
cool.
biggest piece
You get
is
abducted.
once you
Yeah.
become like if you become a best-selling
Live on
author
an alien ship.
and you're always making good money, it becomes now you can buy a new house
Yeah.
and figure something out.
Get to the penthouse.
You can
suites
spend
or-
less time working and more time, at the bowling alley and working on the social aspect of the game.
Yeah.
Sounds like real life.
But
It
it
is
is.
essentially.
It's just that fantasy version of it where you don't have to worry about the consequences of your actions.
Oh, I can just delete this countertop. It's not. That's how real renovation works.
And legit, like you're sitting there, we're making decisions, and it's like we'll put in, let's put in this. Oh, that doesn't look good. Control Z, and you get all your money back, and the item's gone. And it's
Yeah.
like,
That's so easy.
if only that worked. I could try out we'll paint the walls this, and that doesn't look good. We'll try this.
I want that TV. Oh, it's too big. I don't want it.
We
Sell it.
replaced the flooring in our bathroom because they had hardwood in the bathroom.
Now, is it specifically designated to be this is bathroom?
No, but it was the smallest room with plumbing running down, so we
So
assumed-
it is. So yes.
We assumed bathroom.
So
It could have been a closet.
I was gonna say you could have one in the middle of your room.
Closet.
Yeah. My bedroom might have been where they wanted the bathroom.
Who knows?
That's a big bathroom.
Again, so it's one of those things where we're like, we think this is the bathroom, we're going to make it the bathroom.
Yeah.
So we put the stuff in, but all of a sudden the flooring was hardwood floor, and you're going, we should put tile down. So we put tile down, and we got more money back.
Yeah.
Because the hardwood that was down there
It's
cost
expensive.
$8 a tile, and the tile we put down was $4 a tile, so we made back double what we put down.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We
yeah.
made money.
That's not how real life works.
And then we
Nope.
spent it moving walls, so
Yeah.
it evened out. Cool. Sims.
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 It's kind of it's a weird way to play The Sims, but
I think it's
fun.
an interesting
Hey,
way.
we're getting viewers, so.
We got people watching us.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, I've been playing Planet Coaster.
Planet Coaster's a game.
Again, if you want to watch the stream, it's up on the internet.
Yay.
I finished my Main Street.
Good.
Finally.
I know. Well, no, because it's funny. I was almost done, and then I looked at it, and it was too short. Like from a just general perspective view, I looked down, and I'm like, that doesn't look like a Main Street. That looks like I've built, 8 buildings and called it a day. So I added 2 more buildings. Again, not that it really makes it long, but at least it gives it a little bit more oomph.
Yeah.
The last 2 builds I've done since the last post-credit show, I did an outdoor eating area. And then across the street now is a candy and ice cream store.
Nice.
So I did an ice cream and candy shop.
Good thing for putting the bathroom next to the ice cream store.
The bathroom is tucked away in a building that you can't really see.
Oh.
I don't think they consider people with lactose intolerance in that game. Is that like a level? It's like my park viewership is only lactose intolerance people. That's really weird. I can't less milkshakes here, please.
Less milkshakes. And again, I've built this park in the aspect of if you're building a theme park, you don't want to be like bathrooms
Right.
right here.
Right.
Yeah.
If you go down this nice little decorated, not scary alley type side street, like I made sure it's bright, it's got lots of stuff next to it and all that going on. If you go down there, there's a big building you can see, so it's a piece where you're walking by going, oh, there's a background to, this main street.
Mm-hmm.
If you look there, that entire building is the bathroom.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
And again, it's got 2 actual restrooms in it.
Yeah.
And in that game, the restroom, like 8 people can go in a restroom at a time, sort of.
Oh,
Like if
really?
they have to pee, they just go in.
There's
Is
no
it like a
lineups?
trough?
Well, no, it's
It's like a pee trough.
it's like everything in
I've
that.
seen those.
It's like, yeah.
I know.
I've
Yes,
peed in one.
I've done so as well. Oh, Rexall.
So no bathroom lineups.
That's
That's unrealistic.
well, sort of. They still have to line up, I think, once they're into the
Oh.
They just
bathroom.
don't show you that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
they
a
just
square,
don't show
isn't
you
it?
lining up. It's a room. It's full size. It's not like the restaurants where you put down the entrance and then you put down blocks and it's each block is a table. Because my Olive Garden, I called it the garlic garden.
Pretty good name.
It's an Italian It's an
Better-
Italian
better
themed
name.
restaurant.
That's a pretty good name.
And so I built the entrance, and then inside the building is a bunch of like cubes, and those cubes are each tables. And then you set the menu at the front door and all of that stuff, and it associates it to so each brick can hold so many people at a table, and that's how you do the restaurant.
Yeah.
So my next stream, I'm fixing up Main Street because, of course, when I build the buildings, I build them away from Main Street. So then I bring them back, and buildings clip, and certain decorations kind of fall over and do certain things. So it's like, oh, I must fix this.
Oh, the minor details.
So my next episode's legit just like, we're going to go and add lights here and do this here and like
Beautify it.
add benches and lights and trees and yes, beautify Main Street. So that's the next plan for Planet Coaster. I also started playing my time at Portia.
Also, you
It's
streamed
Portia.
this.
I did not stream. These
It's
are all pre-recorded.
The magic of the internet.
Yeah. So these are all pre-recorded episodes. I'm trying something new.
It's the premiere stuff, right?
No, we can't premiere on Twitch until we're affiliates.
No,
They
no,
took
on
that away.
YouTube.
On YouTube, yes, I'm doing the premieres. So they do go out. They're live.
Yeah.
Like you can't
see them yet.
You can't if you're watching the episode right when it premieres, you can't skip ahead.
Right.
It legitimately shows you the episode, and once that's done,
It makes it feel like a TV show.
it does.
Yay.
Either way, I've got Portia episodes coming out. I've got like another 7 or so that are dropping in the next few days.
Yeah,
Like, there's
yeah,
one
yeah.
tonight.
There's a huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
my
one
YouTube
tonight.
sub list was massive. And I'm like, wait, what?
Well, it was hilarious because I'm like, if I upload them, because to premiere them, you have to schedule them.
Yeah.
If you don't schedule them, you can't press premiere later. So it's like I was going to say they're private until this date and then they'll premiere.
Right.
Nope. It legitimately, as you upload them,
you have
was
a-
like, you now have these 14 episodes that are going to premiere on all these different dates. And I'm like, whoops.
Too late now. Can't back out.
And it really
Yeah,
was.
too
I'm like,
late.
well, I will remember that for next time. Like, I'll upload, 5 episodes at a time, maybe. But what I'm aiming for is short burst shows. So hit the record button, do something for like I have a little timer on here now that I hit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a 10-minute countdown, and when it gets to 10 minutes, I finish whatever I was doing,
Hit save and then
hit save, go again.
Go again.
So each episode is legit me doing one or two things and trying to just progress through the game. Again, I think it's helping me get through the game a little bit better because I have to set goals every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes.
Now I'm going to go do this. Now I'm going to go finish this. Now I'm going to go finish this.
too many things to do.
Well,
Yeah.
but it's one of those games where it's like you have jobs to do, you have relationships that you have to start, it's the social piece to the game.
Yeah.
It's I love the art aspect of that game. I think it's stellar. It's my new Harvest Moon.
I'll have to get that. It's on my wish list.
Yeah, it
Looks
is
really
coming
nice.
up for Switch.
Those
Yep.
are really nice.
Just not right now. So the full release is finally out, and that's why I started playing it. Again, it's one of those games I'm glad I played a little bit, and then stopped, and then came back, because I kind of have a gist of what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh, I have to build a bridge. I know what I need to build the bridge, so I'll slowly start doing those kinds of things.
Right.
I've also been watching, and I'm getting into more YouTube-y stuff, because I haven't been watching a lot of TV. But the Game
okay.
Grumps, I've been watching them play Skyward Sword.
Oh, good.
Oh, really?
I loved Skyward Sword. It was one of my, I really enjoyed that Zelda game. And I know a lot of people didn't because it was very linear. And there was a lot of...
Usually there's
fire,
games
fee.
are linear.
No, there was no real open worldness to it at all. No hub space other than up in Skyloft and all of that kind of stuff.
I was neutral towards Skyward Sword.
But I loved the story, and I loved the
I think what I hated the most
look.
about Skyward Sword is the fact, the look was the
it was gorgeous.
it was
It
the most
was beautiful.
Yeah, it was visuals.
aesthetically pleasing game.
I hated having to go back to fight freaking Black
The
Blob.
big mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I hated that
yeah.
because it was just like, oh, it's the same thing, but
It's
now
the
he's got an
same-
extra toe.
Yeah.
Oh, now it takes one more time to drop him, and now whoever I can't remember his name is Brutus or Bruno.
Oh, yeah.
Bruno, or
Groove.
the
Not
big.
Groove. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But it's now he's got a crossbow now. He's
gonna help me.
slightly better. And I'm like, this
Yeah.
is boring as shit.
I know it got really repetitive.
That part got bad, and then the fact that there was only really 3 worlds that just kind of the fact that they evolved was amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But then those were the only 3 places you ever really got.
The
to
timepiece
go
was
to.
cool in Skyward Sword, where
Yeah.
you were going back in time or forward in time. Forward in time.
Forward, yes.
I think that was the shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was just stick. You go.
But again, I enjoyed the aesthetics and I enjoyed the story.
Mhm.
Yep.
I enjoyed the gameplay. I never had problems with any of the.
I was
I hated having to do it constantly.
I was pretty neutral about it.
But because again, it wasn't like you could just waggle like most Wii games. You actually had to.
There was some shield design,
The enemies
Yeah,
literally
enemies.
come at you going you can't hit me on the right. So you're like,
or the
Yeah.
guys that have the 2 shields like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
so
then you
you're
have to go.
"Bam, wah." It's just funny though because the one grump, Aaron, who's the main guy, hates that game. He finds it aesthetically pleasing, but overall hates
the
that game. And the other guy has never really played Zelda, so Aaron has to keep explaining to Dan oh, this is kind of this shtick and this shtick, and he's like, I wish you didn't have to do this. And Dan is that over but I think it looks so good. It looks like it would be fun. If I was 12, that would be the most exciting part ever to it. He's just this optimistic breath of fresh air, which is exactly how they're supposed to work. That's the dynamic. But it plays off so well with that game because the one guy absolutely cannot stand the game so much. He's like, now I have to do this again. And you're like... And they have about 60 episodes, so I've got a lot of Skyward Sword too. They're still not done.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty long game.
It's a long
It's a
game.
pretty long game.
It's longer for It's long for.
Well, and then again, they add parts of the story where they extended it by making you fight the same stuff over and over again and that kind of. So there's problems with the game, but it's one of my favorite Zelda games just from story and. I felt good playing that game.
Well, I think Skyward Sword is around the time that they started realizing, hey, all of these are mildly connected together.
Yeah.
At some point, we should try and figure that out. Oh, this is going to be it.
Yeah,
this
they
is
gave
it.
us our
This is
origin
it.
mark.
This is it. Then we'll start with this. Screw you all and your Link to the Past.
But it's weird. I find a very funny camp. I talk at work to people about Zelda, and A Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game. Again, it's one of those ones on the Super Nintendo where you beat the bad guy, you didn't really beat the bad guy, and the story keeps going, and you're like, oh my god, the Super
it's
Nintendo game is not, you know,
it's
like
a Symphony of the Night feeling.
It's Symphony of the Night. It's
Less.
Final Fantasy 3/6, where fight. You're like, here it is, climax of the story, and you're back to having one character, and you're like.
Symphony of the Night was a bad, good and bad for that, because it's like, yes, I finished the castle. Now you now finish the other 100%.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
This game is a 200% completion.
Yeah.
This is an upside down castle.
That's what I always felt about A Link to the Past. It had all the secrets. The world was alive, and like again on a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was.
You know, there was characters and there was people you had to meet and go back to and side quests.
The original open world game where you can complete the game any way you like, right?
Almost. I mean, you still had to do an odd dungeon to get further into the map, but you could just run around the map killing bad guys for hours on end.
The original open world game.
It was stellar. Like, I loved A Link to the Past. I like Skyward Sword. Again, I aim for the story in this. The gameplay's there. It works. You know.
Yeah.
It's a workable game. It's not like I'm sitting there going, this game was atrocious, but the story was great. The game was good.
I mean, it's no Spirit Tracks bad, but
right. Spirit Tracks and the other one.
I like
3DS.
I like the DS one. That was.
I enjoy them for
Phantom
what
Hourglass.
they are. I enjoy them for what they are.
Phantom Hourglass.
I can't stand those games.
I love Phantom Hourglass. It was so cool at the time.
But then, like, I say that at work, and it's like, well, Ocarina of Time's the best one, and I'm like, Majora's Mask was actually better.
Majora's Mask was
and they're like,
the concept of Majora's Mask.
And they're
was
like,
just fantastic.
they took.
Well, everything was crazy in that game. Like, Ocarina of Time was like, it's classic. It's the Zelda
But
game.
the thing
I'm
is,
like,
Majora's
actually,
Mask,
Zelda
they
game
took
was a Zelda game?
Majora's Mask. They took a small world, but then extended it so far within those. It's just
But they're like, so they're the Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess people. I've got camps of Zelda people now. Like, that's legit. They're like, well, this one and this one, and I'm like, the wolf one.
That one was passable.
Eh.
I was okay with it.
That's when they started going for back to like this open world concept.
Well, no, they went darker.
They went,
yeah.
Because then that was my thing. I'm like, Link to the Past is clearly better. And they're like, and still has Dark World stuff in it. And they're like, he turns into a pink bunny, and I'm like, you turn into what you fear the most. Imagine that.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I think I like Wind Waker more than...
I really
like
Wind Waker.
It's up there.
I really liked Wind Waker.
But legit, like, I have Link to the Past, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. Like, those are my top Zelda games. And legit, it's the brighter ones and the more cartoony ones. And they're up here.
And you know what?
Compared to anything that's
the Oracle's games don't get enough love for what they are. Because they started... They did...
Capcom did a stellar job making a Zelda
weirdly
game.
enough, when I first played those games, I thought it was a freaking fake game. I was like, wait, why is Capcom making a Zelda game? I'll still play this, but why is it... This seems like a fake. When I first loaded those.
And you would get like... Well, at least when I got it, like I got like just ages, and then my friend got seasons.
Yes.
I got both.
You compare, and then...
Well, no,
the cartridges.
Well,
I got
the crazy part about that game is... To get the full story, you need to actually
both.
You actually need to complete both at the same time.
Yeah, because you need the same code with the same name with the same like everything.
You
else.
Transfer it over to the other one, and you actually get the true ending in the other one.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a different ending if you get it in the other one.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? Resident Evil 2?
My other, and this one should be a TV show, legit. But Hot Ones, I watched the Hot Ones with Gordon Ramsay.
I need to see that. You mentioned it was
You're
pretty good.
Yeah, it just came out, so
it's
Gordon Ramsay eating hot wings and getting interviewed by the Hot Wings guy, the Hot Ones guy.
I still think the Alton Brown one is my favorite.
Alton Brown is stellar, but legit, like Gordon Ramsay goes on there and he goes like, my kids say I have a big mouth, and he's like, so they told me to test it and see how my palate is. So he's a good guy to have on that show because he has taste and he has
anytime you get a celebrity chef on there, it's solid.
Because like Alton Brown, it's like, oh, this one has too much of this, and you can tell like.
And then he ends up ranking your hot sauces.
He ranks the hot sauces. Gordon Ramsay legit bites into the first one and goes, "How long were these cooking?" And the guy's like, "Rut-row." Like the host is like, "Nah," and he's like, "They taste like I'm eating sandpaper." Like the texture. And he's like, do you see my arm? And it's like, well, yeah. And he's like, this is a wing. And he's like, there is meat on it. Like he's ranking just the chicken. Never mind the sauce.
The
I think they got too much. They're like, oh, let's get Gordon Ramsay. Oh no, we got Gordon Ramsay.
And it is. It's one of those things where you watch it going, I think Gordon would be a really cool guy to hang out with. I would never want to actually have to cook for him.
No, never.
But he actually talks about how he became a chef and who he had cooked for and who he trained under. And you're going, I see why you are who you are.
People respect him.
Mentor.
He had 3 mentors.
Yeah.
And
he
they
specialized in French originally.
He did. as an English cook,
as an English cook,
as an English chef. So
interesting.
that's part of the. It's an awesome interview. Gordon's a really cool dude.
He is. I would love to meet the guy.
Legit, he's
I don't know if I would want to. I don't.
I would.
I feel like he would just criticize me just looking at me.
Well, no,
Only if you cooked for
Oh,
him.
you're
But
right.
that's the piece.
I
I think if you even had him over for dinner, he'd be cool.
Yeah.
He might step in, but
Or you let him step in.
or you,
yeah.
well, you would. It's like Gordon.
Don't yell at me.
Gordon, this chili's just not coming out the right way. I don't. You know.
I don't know what's
You're
wrong.
doing
I don't know what's wrong with it.
potentially
And
wrong.
all
You're an
this,
idiot
yeah.
sandwich.
But it was funny because he was the Hot Ones guy for the end. Usually has like a big question, and he goes, "This question's not for you." He's like, usually have like a skill testing something. He's like, "I want you to coach me through making scrambled eggs."
I know his.
He makes a mean scrambled egg.
Well,
Like,
no.
oh,
So this
like-
guy starts cooking, and legitimately, if that's the Gordon Ramsay that's helping me, if you watch him on what is it?
Hell's Kitchen.
No,
He is
the kids show that he does.
His kid show's really good.
He is the most supportive chef person, and like there's a kid who's weeping and you're like, oh no, Gordon's going to kill that child. And he goes up and it's like, well,
What's
up?
wrong?
What's wrong? And it's
Yeah.
like, well, this is coming out this way. And he goes, okay, so how we're going to fix this is by, like, it's not
Yeah.
thick enough. We need to add something to
Yeah.
thicken it. So what can we add
Yeah,
to
you
thicken
expect
it?
you expect Gordon
You
Ramsay
expect him to sit there
rip
going
into
like,
him.
yeah, because that's what you see of Gordon all the time is like him swearing and just like, you should be able to do this. He walks up to these kids and it's like, what can you do to fix this? Like, and the kid's like, it's like, take some
And I think a
grass.
part of that has to do with the kids being like, "Oh my God, it's Gordon Ramsay."
Well, no, it's just
No, I
him
think-
because he
yeah,
has
it's
just the
kids,
kid.
and that's
Genuinely
what he
a really
does.
good
Oh, yeah.
guy.
He's genuinely a super dude,
super awesome guy.
but he also does not put up with professional chefs
Yes.
doing stupid
There's a difference.
things.
Yes.
There's a difference.
He has expectations, and you need to at least meet those expectations.
So with the
Yes.
kids, he talks about one of the kids from the first seasons, and he's been mentoring this kid since the kid won. And he's like, you will not have teachers. You will not have, like, I'm going to be your teacher, your parent, you're this, you're that. And for the last 5 years, he's been mentoring this kid from 11 to whatever to cook.
Yeah.
And I'm going,
Whoa.
I want to eat at that restaurant, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
Like, that's a stellar. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
We watched Fuller House, the newest part of the newest
okay.
season.
Did it just come out or?
I think so. Yeah, not too long ago.
Okay.
It's becoming more Full House again.
Oh, okay.
It's a full house.
Well, no, all the adults moved
Ah.
back to San Francisco.
Okay.
Too many
So-
cooks.
Well, no, at the beginning of the Fuller House, because they wanted to make it about the girls.
Yeah.
Danny and his wife at the time or whatever moved to L.A. because him and Becky got a morning show in L.A. Like they hit the big time. They were out of San Francisco. They were now in Los Angeles. Jesse obviously moved with Becky. Uncle Joey and his wife and his monster children lived in Las Vegas because he had a show. Like they all became successful adults and moved.
Yeah.
So it was all about the kids, except Michelle, because she refuses. And now
She's
with
lost
the
in the
newer
wilderness.
season, because they come back every once in a while, it came back and Danny got fired.
Mhm.
So all of a sudden he's back on Wake Up San Francisco with Becky.
Oh.
Like the two of them got their show back, and they're back in San Francisco.
Right.
And because she moved back, Uncle Jesse moved back and took over the Smash Club again.
Yeah.
Which he always owned, but now he's back like running
Actually
it.
managing it.
And Joey's like, well, we'll move back too, sort of thing. And so they're all now living again in San Francisco, not in the house,
Not in the same house.
but in San Francisco. So them showing up is quite a bit more frequent. Like you're getting
okay.
a lot more of,
That chemistry between all the characters, I guess.
well, and why can't I remember his name? The guy
There's
who
not
plays
too many
Danny.
cooks. That's why.
Well, no, the guy who plays Danny,
Oh, why can't I remember his name either?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
You're getting a lot more Bob Saget. Like you're getting a lot more of those characters interacting again, and it's cool to see. It feels actually more like Full House than Fuller House felt like Full House.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Fuller House, it's actually getting more solid the longer it's on
Oh,
television.
that's good.
Good for them.
And then Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Good Place.
B99.
I haven't had a chance to watch those two yet this week.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is
It's in their high school reunion
it's
or something.
Jake's 20th high school. Jake and Gina's high school 2023 reunion.
And my understanding is it also sets up the Gina's.
It starts setting up
Yeah.
her farewell
Gina's piece.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this I think is her second last episode.
Yeah, they did say like she would make cameos every now and then.
Yeah, she's not gone.
Yeah, they
Oh,
didn't. They didn't hit her with a bus this time and like
Yeah.
call her for
Oh,
goods.
yeah.
She
didn't get pregnant.
she's going off to do Gina's own thing. So
Probably just stand up.
and
stuff for her.
it works for like the character of Gina. The send off seems to work. That's good. It is a solid Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode. Terry and Hitchcock and Scully and Captain Holt have their own side story going on.
Oh, awesome!
And
I mean, after the Hitchcock and Sully stuff last week,
and it's a very side story, but it's every once in a while you shoot back to it and you go like, and then it goes back to one of the other ones. And Boyle and Rosa have their own thing going on, and that's where they actually mention Gina Rodriguez's character is. Because they couldn't get her back. There's the quick line of, well, you know how she moved to like Europe to go like pursue her dream job of this. We tried and we broke up, and then we made it long distance. We tried doing long distance and broke up again. And Boyle's just like, the last thing you told me was that you were bi. Like, because Rosa shares nothing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like, there's 2 minutes of her spilling a bunch of stuff, and he's just like.
It's normal for her.
But it's just Boyle overload because he's like, oh my god, she's sharing. And The Good Place has taken another interesting twist at the end of the newest episode. So at the end of the last one, we see Michael freaking out.
Yes, he has to try to make this new
What
neighborhood.
we need to see, his new endeavor has to work. He freaks out.
I think there's
Eleanor takes over.
Oh, does she? Okay.
For him. But then again, you're going, okay, this is where this is. No.
Of course not.
That show and the twists, and I believe this is the season finale of The Good Place.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Season or series?
Season. They got another
They're
two.
getting two.
They got
Oh, they
another
got
two
another?
seasons.
Oh.
But it was only half a season?
They're short seasons.
Okay.
That's how they managed to pull off.
Oh, is that why it's a double episode?
No, it's not a double.
Because on my device, my thing, it showed
You
it
have
as
two?
two. Yeah. It was an hour. Was it an hour long?
Not that I noticed. Although I honestly couldn't tell last. Oh, maybe it was 40 minutes. I don't know.
Maybe
We
it
fast
was this
forwarded
season.
through.
We don't have commercials, so we just
Yeah,
just
we
hit the
fast
play.
forwarded through them, so I don't know. Either way, yeah, I think it was the season finale. But yeah, they got another 2 seasons coming. But all their seasons have been half seasons.
Okay.
So, and
I
I
don't
think
know,
that's
I
how
just-
they keep the show that fresh. Is
It's-
we're not getting a lot of it,
But it's
and
more
every
condensed.
time, and
It's a
every
lot.
time we get something, you're like, what are they gonna do now?
Yeah.
Big changes,
Yep.
big things.
I
I'm
love
done.
The Good
That's
Place.
it.
This is a
Cool.
great show.
Excellent. I know. I need to get this week's
The
episode.
fluff
Huh?
is out and about.
The fluff.
Oh, I figured.
Oh,
Just so you know.
Yeah.
It fluffed.
Well, dog, we tried an
the
experiment.
bear is dead.
The bear's yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, he lobotomized it. He lobotomized it. That's
Bear is
that
dead.
doggy lobotomy.
she goes. Can I have my toy? No, you cannot have your toy back.
It's
It's
now
dead.
brain dead. It's brain
Yeah,
dead.
That's a dead bear. We'll put you by Smeagol.
I want it now.
Well, where'd
Fine,
you put it?
Dad.
Fine,
Where'd
then I'm
you
gonna
put it?
leave.
Teddy bear lobotomy.
I did not do much. You know,
That's okay.
Busy with school,
School's busy.
Adulting.
work, adult stuff.
What else? What have you been up to?
Continuing Odyssey.
You need to.
I have
I
beaten
need-
the story.
Oh, you got through that. Good.
Yeah.
I
Excellent.
got
Good to hear.
back
A little
into it.
surprised in Indian how that went. Wasn't expected. No.
Now, have you played Origins?
No.
Okay. I feel like I still need to play Origins before.
You probably should. Because there were a couple references.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is that one of those?
Not
things?
Do you need
major
to play
stuff,
any
but
of the other ones then?
I don't think so.
I don't think-
I want to say it's
At
a
this
new
point, I think-
story.
Origins and
Because
the
Odyssey
person
are-
that you're
Origins-
logging in with
Yeah.
is a chick.
It's the same person, isn't it?
I do. The same as Origins.
Yeah, it's the same.
okay.
Because you're still doing the bleeding effect thing from the way back when, where you're trying to learn how to be an assassin through going the animus.
But in this, it never calls you an assassin.
Well, I think they
Well,
stopped doing that.
you're a mercenary.
I think they stopped doing that after 3. to be honest.
Well,
You're
because
a
even by the
mercenary.
pirate one, Black Flag, you were never an assassin.
Yes,
You were never-
you were a guy.
You were a guy
wasn't
breaking
supposed
in.
to be an
Yeah.
assassin.
But that's what I mean. But you were never,
You're infiltrating the Templars.
but completely by accident. You legit just kill a guy and steal his clothes,
And he turns out to be an assassin.
and you turned out to be an
Somehow you
assassin.
Oh
killed
no! I'm talking about the real world stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
In the
yeah,
real
yeah,
world,
yeah,
you were-
yeah. Well, because
Oh.
the Templars are trying to track down the pieces of Eden or whatever.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know.
think it makes
I
sense.
haven't played through Black Flag, so I don't know.
I stopped.
All I remember
Corwin.
was Black Flag. I was like, oh, this is cool because it doesn't involve, what's his nugget from the other
Yeah.
Desmond.
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 And then you're
apparently
walking
Desmond is referenced in Black Flag.
There's a whole section where you walk by like the people from the Desmond stuff, like they're slowly trying to infiltrate, and you're like, I know you, but you can't do much with them. And then you walk by, and they're like, you can't go in that room. That's like a special, side thing we're doing, and that's the Desmond stuff because you can hear through stored like there's files and this and that. And everything. So Desmond's still in the building. You're just not him anymore in Black Flag.
Yeah. And then I don't know whatever was.
I don't know I don't know if Desmond ever.
I don't think so.
What was after Black Flag?
Unity, and then
we got the Unities and
then the 18th century one.
The one that kept glitching and they gave up on.
No, that was Unity. I'm thinking Syndicate.
Syndicate
was the one.
Right with
the brother and sister still.
No, with the you're in America or whatever.
It was the American Revolution,
yes,
I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that was Syndicate,
and then Origins,
and then they took a massive break.
And then did Origins. And then
that's because after whatever that one, the one game where they gave Syndicate, they gave up on.
No, Unity.
Unity, because they did Syndicate, and Syndicate apparently wasn't bad.
Yeah, Syndicate was
because it was always two. It was Assassin's Creed Group 1 and Group 2. Like they always had 2 games on the go.
Yeah.
And the Unity people made their game and legitimately gave up on it so hard they gave people money back for the DLCs and all that stuff because they were like, we're done.
Yep.
Yeah. Like we're just dropping this game. That group got booted.
And then Syndicate happened.
And then Syndicate came out because it was already in development.
Which was the good studio.
And it was like, we like this game, and everybody's like...
It's the Montreal team, I think, right?
We'll let the original guys keep making
Assassin's Creed,
but then it's going to be
took
a few
really
years.
Which was really surprising when Odyssey was announced. It was
like after.
Yeah, I thought they were doing like a breaks.
Yeah. They didn't need it because Odyssey is great.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying...
Origins is great, too.
Yeah.
I've only played the very first one.
You should
play 2.
2 and Brotherhood are really good.
Yeah.
2 and Brotherhood.
The Ezio series was pretty good
up until the 3rd.
Well, and then they were cash grabbing.
The 3rd was not really Ezio.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was an old one.
No.
Assassin's Creed 4.
Assassin's Creed 2.
What was the one with the Native American?
That was 3. Yeah, that was 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Assassin's Creed 2.
But 3 was actually number 5.
Yeah. Because there were 3 in the Ezio.
Because there's 3. The Ezio story is 3.
Number 3 was a.
It was.
I can't get through that one.
Number 3. The worst part about number 3 was there was no buildings.
No, you had to build.
No,
and you had to attack.
No,
it was a tower defense.
No, that was
2.
No,
that was 2. 3.
That was 3.
3 was you ran through trees.
3 is you ran through.
No,
the Native American.
I meant like the 3rd story of Ezio.
Oh yeah, Ezio.
Okay, so Ezio's story is
Ezio 3,
Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and one after that.
No.
Revelations.
Yes, it was Revelations.
Ezio's story was 2, Brotherhood, Revelations. 1 was Altair.
Altair, yes. Sorry.
Right.
But yes. I keep forgetting Altair.
Revelations. Revelations is the tower defense.
Yes, that was junk.
That was
brutal.
Good.
Again,
the best one is Brotherhood. If I'm,
I
like the original.
2 was good.
2 was good.
But
Brotherhood made improvements.
Yes, 2 you could swim.
Yeah.
You
didn't drown.
Yeah, if you fell in the water.
Yeah. What kind of assassin doesn't know how to swim?
The kind that live in the desert.
Apparently. What's water?
What if I just started with Origins and went to Odyssey?
You're fine.
I don't know because
I think
it's a. I don't know who was in Black Flag, like who you controlling.
I don't know.
You just some random
like a faceless person.
You are as you said, some random guy that
you're a first person. Yeah, you don't get the third.
You killed a guy who happened to have Assassin's Creed.
I don't know about Syndicate, but
Syndicate.
I have a feeling that Origins and Odyssey are the ones that are tied together.
Those are tied together
because of the person who's in Animus.
Right.
Right.
Animus.
And it always is on sale on my Steam, and I keep forgetting to buy it. Origins. Because it's been out so long. It's
a couple of years
on
now.
my PlayStation.
Yeah. But anyway, beat the story on Odyssey. Not kind of. I don't want to say.
Well, they just released their first piece of DLC content, right, for their season.
It's been a few.
But like this is because they're doing a big DLC and then mini DLC that's free, and then big DLC.
Something about a chick that's trying to take over the world, and she's on a huge boat, and you got.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah, but they have this huge year-long release schedule for Origin or whatever Odyssey for Odyssey. They have a big long thing for that.
So right now it's just trophy hunting because by the time I
I heard you
finish the story, And I'm so close
Years.
that I'm like, and it's not. I looked at the list. It's not that hard.
Okay.
It is tougher than Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so.
Everything
every
is
other
tougher than
trophy hunting
Spider-Man.
is
I only have
tougher
3
than
more to go.
Yeah.
One more.
Terminator Salvation was
2 of them are 2 sets of quids. Yeah, I gotta get on that to get that easy platinum. Hey, I checked out my. I don't know if you looked at.
I did. I check it.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
It's inspired
those
me
are some
too.
cool. Those are some cool stats.
Yeah. 598 hours.
I spent 12 hours in VR.
But
12 hours
we
and then
share a system, so that's
No.
deceiving. Yes.
No, it checks games.
Yes, and you're not always the one playing.
I'm legit. I think I've legitimately spent 12 hours in VR.
Yeah. So just doing it to 2 sets of quests I have to do, and then upgrading my boat to the max, which is super pain in the butt. Not as super pain in the butt as what I did last night, and I was swearing at him.
Was it
I
combat
was.
challenge?
He was pixel hunting last night.
Oh, the worst.
I was hunting because in the game you have your eagle, which can spot things for you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way to indicate, like in the camp, okay, this is where all the treasure chests are, these are where the guys are,
Yeah.
type of thing.
Is all that stuff randomly generated?
I-
Like treasures like that?
No.
'Cause if-
No, because it's every camp, not, I don't know. But in this underwater, the last one I had to do, there were only 2 chests. I found the first one, and I went up with the eagle, and I searched around for a while, and I couldn't find it.
Chris is like, am I right on top of it? Am I here? Am I there? Like, what's...
Yeah, he was hearing me.
Rage out below.
I don't want.
I'm building a bowling alley.
And I stopped to go search it up. Like, okay, where is this thing? And go south. Okay, the ruins underwater do go south, but
Did my
Not
dad jokes
there.
help?
Not there.
Did my
Not
dad
there.
jokes? Did my dad jokes
No.
help?
Actually, you left before I started this final one, so you didn't hear this.
I heard I left at a good time.
Yeah.
No, it was
No,
a great
it
time.
turned out it was actually east of where I was supposed to go.
Oh.
Not
So the map
south.
was not.
Did your map
No,
upside down?
the person on
Yeah, never
the
eat soggy
site I
noodles,
went
yeah.
to. No, because there's a compass on the thing.
Sure.
There is.
how to compass.
Never eat
So I
solid.
got that one. I don't have to worry about that.
Orienteering.
I learned that from cadets.
Yes. So yeah, who knows? By the time I come back, plat.
Cool.
No, maybe.
Cool.
Only other thing I did was watch Aquaman.
How is it?
Well, how's that?
I really like that they embrace the weirdness.
You kind of have to with
That's-
Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's how you make a superhero flick.
but they're not the go realistic
Yeah.
stuff. It's they embrace
The
the
dumbness.
weird
The dumb
Atlantis
outfits, with the weird...
stuff.
They're riding sharks. Go.
Yeah.
riding a seahorse.
Damn Skippy.
Oh yeah. Why
Dolph
not?
Lundgren riding a seahorse.
Oh my god, that's got to be the most
a battle
confusing.
seahorse.
He's just
See-
Dolph. Remember, you're on a seahorse now. He's like,
Again,
what?
that's where I think DC has been going wrong, is they don't embrace the goofy, weird... like, it's
Of
good
comic books,
book.
yeah.
You
The
are
fact
larger than life shit.
Exactly. Like the fact that, again, you have Captain America that can ride down a road on a motorbike, flip the motorbike up to jump on, like, the mini helicarrier, not helicarrier, but, like, the shield ship.
Yeah.
Throw his shield to destroy one of the engines.
Or even the scene in Age of Ultron where he like somersaults and throws the motorcycle.
Legit. Like, the stuff that they do, and it's like, that is so fantastical and crazy. Cool. As he's riding around again in, like, a blue
Spandex.
outfit. You see, even in Aquaman, the trailer, he's got the, like, full-on gold
He's
and
got
green.
the-
He's got the
He made it
golden
work.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beard helps.
Probably.
I think
Like,
the
I
beard
wasn't sure
helps.
because in the comics it's blonde.
It's blonde.
He's
Yeah,
supposed to
he's
be blonde.
So
guy.
is
Pretty
Thor.
blonde.
So is Thor. Thor's supposed to be blonde too, and he's not that. He's not
become
gold.
less blonde
Yes.
the longer the MCU's gone on.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
less.
That's what you
When you
expect.
lose your entire country and then people and,
You
and,
let it go.
and don't go for the head,
You let it go.
and then you don't go for the head.
But yeah, you expect this blonde guy, but it's not like.
Yeah.
It worked.
Does he? How do they embrace him talking to sea creatures piece? Does that come up? How does that come up?
He never
Overrated.
actually. Well, I guess he kind of is talking to them, but it's
Because that's his. That
it's
was,
more a mental thing. Like it's okay. I'm
It always has
connected,
been. So
but it's not like he's actually like talking to them.
okay.
It's
all
a
right.
mental thing. Okay, I want you
Okay.
to go do this.
Go
Okay.
get Bob.
Bring me my coffee. bring me the paper.
Yes.
What's going on in Atlantis today?
But I don't know. I'd be curious of where this
How
leads
does
to.
how does the post credit scene feel? I don't know what happens in it.
It was
legit.
Sets up for number 2.
Oh, does it just?
Oh,
Oh, it's
okay.
not just like
Not setting up for Justice League 2?
not setting up for Shazam.
It sets up for Aquaman 2
Nice.
Oh, okay.
because it shows because there's 2 villains in it.
Yeah, surprise.
It shows one of them what
Black
they would
Manta?
do.
I'm assuming they're not going with Justice League anymore.
I
don't
think that
know.
I think the earlier reports have said that they're just not doing that.
They're just
anymore.
focusing on
single
Single
stuff,
movies.
which is the right thing to do at this point.
I'd be interested, but you can only go with Aquaman for so long. He doesn't have a huge.
No,
villain.
he's a good Hulk character where you can throw him in
yeah.
other scenarios.
Like
You can
the,
help out.
The 2 guys that were in this
That's
are the villains.
There is his
Yeah.
rogue gallery.
Are his main villains.
I'm interested to see what Shazam turns into because that looks.
Because
that
even
looks fun.
Shazam,
That looks like a-
That just looks like a
only
fun-
has a few villains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Correct.
he's usually a popular
Batman
character
has
as
the
well.
villains.
Batman and
Superman.
kind
We
of.
could have had a Flash and Cyborg movie.
But Flash
that
has
would have
a-
been so good.
But Flash has more villains.
Flash has
Yeah.
rogue
Has
gallery.
more
Green
villains than-
Lanterns villains.
Well, sure, because they're from everywhere. But that's the piece is that's and again that's where DC keeps. But
Messing
even
up.
Shazam, they embrace the goof.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like it is.
totally.
It's full on like.
I love that newest
I
promo
want
that
to
they put
buy. I
out.
want
I
to
know.
buy your
I want to
finest
finest
beer.
It's Zachary Levi just going like,
Zachary Levi being himself.
And that's just it. It's like let Zach do his thing.
Real
it's
estate.
just him
We want a
flossing-
layer.
it's just him flossing in this giant like suit.
With water hitting the rocks.
But yeah, like
Such a-
Aquaman, if
yeah.
they're embracing, the sea, like all of that's awesome. Because again,
How
that's
does
what
that-
people want to see.
How are the
Yeah.
special effects? I know like
good.
half of it's like them underwater, and then they've
That's
got
a tricky
fake,
thing to do.
fake
But it was
wavy
really weird.
water.
I know there was
Yeah.
a back or a behind the scenes thing where they showed how it was done. But it was
Do they put like green screen head on them,
no.
and then they just
Well, I don't
put
know
it in
'cause
after?
even her hair is that kind of wavy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's gotta be floaty because it's in the water.
And
Yeah.
I know.
That's not how water works when everything's just going straight down.
Well, and I always brought up because in Justice League, how the only way he talked was when that chick kind of opened up the space underwater and they
Air bubble.
Yeah.
But in this, they're actually talking underwater,
Yeah.
which is what they should be doing.
Again,
Yeah.
they're fish people. They're
They're
not.
into, they're embracing.
How Aquaman sounds to real people.
What are you saying?
Batman.
There we go.
I think I got that word out of him.
Yeah, there was no even.
Okay, timeline wise,
There were no kind of
is this pre or post Justice League?
because he talks about how he's.
He met an idiot in a bat costume.
Is this pre
Well,
or
no,
post
because
Justice League?
she shows up
Who's
and the main. I can't remember.
Yes.
red hair girl?
Yes, red
Yeah.
hair girl. Hera.
No.
That's one.
Maybe I've been mixing my
Yeah.
Odyssey with my.
Yeah.
You are mixing your
Oh,
Odyssey.
You've
And so
gone-
is this
you've gone
Mira,
Greek-
Mira.
is
Mira.
Aquaman pre or post Justice League?
Mirror, it's post because
Okay.
she mentions,
The
you helped stop Steppenwolf.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so then it's straight after.
Straight, yeah.
Not straight after,
But-
but,
But like it's
there's no
it's-
time.
There's no. It's clear
He
that
hasn't
this,
been back and forth and back and forth. He's just coming back. That's cool.
Well, he helped. He's
Yeah.
he's not. He
But
doesn't
then
really say
they
what
don't.
he
Rec-
is
they
either.
don't. They don't. He doesn't reference like, oh man, Superman. This.
No, there's really no references.
That's
to-
weird.
Other than her saying, you helped save the world from this guy.
That's
Big
legit to
bad.
put it into a little timeline, but if they need to, can squeak out of it, sort of thing.
Like this
But
could
it
be
doesn't,
like.
in a way that doesn't matter because if you do the Flashpoint, you're
Sure.
changing everything anyway.
Who
so
knows
it
if that
doesn't
movie's
matter.
still coming out?
Yeah.
Well,
Aquaman made more than $1 billion, so good for it. Obviously,
Yeah, it's
well
gotta be number
deserved.
2.
Yeah, it came out at the right time. Came out at a good time.
it was a good movie.
And
not-
again, solid flick. We got a good flick out of Wonder Woman because again, we got a good story, and again, they went fantastical with
Yeah.
again. She
Yeah.
crawls into
Almost.
no man's land and starts deflecting bullets with her wrists.
So
Or-
what else do you
awesome.
expect?
And we'll see how number 2 goes with her.
yes,
I'm actually still more excited for Shazam.
Like even her,
me too.
and even her. I go back to the villain thing. Who's her villains? Ares,
time.
Cheetah.
We're
Her
out.
mental instability. She's
She
the
really
woman.
doesn't have much.
She's gonna get
Other
flashbacks
than
from
the
Chris
gods.
Pine's character.
She can go through the God. It's a God of War movie. Yeah.
Oh man, have her fight Kratos.
That's a weird
The
crossover.
ultimate crossover.
Awesome.
She's not a god though. She's
That's
Not
okay.
yet.
she's an Amazon.
I
It's
know.
okay. But they fight with gods, so that's fine.
They fight against gods.
That's fine. Then why is this not happening
She took
already?
out Ares. Her and Kratos are on, like some playing field there.
Kratos
Yeah,
took out
it's a
Ares,
crossover
and
movie.
she
I mean,
took out Ares.
I know.
It's a crossover
Who
movie.
really took out Ares?
Ooh, I...
There's more than one Ares.
Plot twist is Ares is still alive.
Yeah, Ares never dies.
It's
Ares never
written by
died.
Hideo Kojima.
Comes
That
back with
movie
a
is
metal
never
hand.
coming out then.
Yeah, we're never getting that.
It's Death
never
Stranding.
coming out.
It's Death Stranding.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Stoked for Star
I would
Fox.
suggest seeing it.
Cool.
I do have interest in it.
All I needed to say is to suggest it, and Brian starts writing it down.
I know. I gotta do. This is the stuff I gotta do.
Yeah, it's the list of to-do
To
list
do,
for Ryan.
it's a list.
Yeah.
Cool. So I haven't had a chance to finish this movie because it was like at 1 a.m.
You
and I
stopped a movie midway.
I was real tired.
Why are you doing that?
Well, because it was Happy Fun Time Murders.
Oh.
So it was halfway through and I'm like,
Is this what she's getting a Razzie for?
Yeah, that's what she's getting.
Okay.
One of her 2 Razzies.
it's just like that movie is weird.
You mean with
It's
the
supposed to be.
Oscar-nominated Melissa McCarthy?
Yes, apparently, and with Joel McHale and with
I expect Joel McHale to be in this kind of junk.
Yeah.
I expect her to be in this kind of junk. I do not expect her to be nominated for an Oscar.
For whatever
Wait,
it is.
she's
For
Oscar. She's nominated for this movie.
Not for
No.
this movie.
No,
See,
for
that's
my
what I
God.
asked too.
What?
That's what I asked too.
She's got a Razzie for this movie.
Oh, the opposite of an Oscar.
Yes.
Okay.
The Oscars for some small independent flick that no one's heard about.
Right.
Well, people have heard about it.
It's
enough
just
enough
so.
Oscar people have heard about it.
It is just so weird. This movie is weird. I had to
Yes.
stop watching because A, I was tired, and B, I was just like, this is like a fever dream.
can't process
This movie cannot be
This
real.
ruins
Muppets. It ruins
Is it
Muppets.
Muppets?
Yeah,
It's Muppets.
It's
It
by the
ruins
Jim
Muppets.
Henson Company.
It's their
It's,
puppets.
yeah, it's
It
legit.
ruins Muppets.
It's so freaking weird, and
But
it's,
Avenue Q did the same thing.
they did. But it's just like, oh, this scene. There's a scene where one of the Muppets is in a hot tub he's with the lady, and all of a sudden the dog runs in and rips him apart. Like they show all of that, and I'm like,
That's what
if
animals
this was
do.
real,
I think that was
this
just
was
like-
real life. We saw that just happen in real life.
We witnessed this.
We first-hand witness, first-hand account.
We can make a movie.
You can
Apparently.
see the
We have
brain.
made a
You can
movie.
see the brain and everything.
I know, it's right.
Yeah. And it's just so freaking weird. And that movie, it's I think everyone should at least try to watching it.
Yep.
Just
If
don't
it comes
expect.
out on Netflix, sure.
I feel like it's coming
It'll
out
be
on
a
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
Netflix might be like, no, we don't want it.
I've seen it in Best Buy, but I might not.
Netflix is it's
It needs to be in the
on
$8
its
bin before I get it.
Yeah.
it's on its way to Netflix. I can totally feel it.
I would rather watch Avenue Q. Like I've seen Avenue Q on stage.
I don't know what that.
And of course,
Okay, so you know how you have
Oh,
Sesame,
wait, it's- yes.
how you have Sesame Street?
Yes.
Well, down Sesame Street, if you take Avenue Q, you end up in like the
Is that the
Harlem
Trey
of...
Parker?
No,
No.
That's-
I thought they did
that's-
something like that.
no, they did Book of Mormon.
Okay.
Avenue Q is legitimately people who were like, Sesame Street, how it's all good? Well, if you offshoot this way, it's where all the poor Muppets live and the
And
poor
that's
people live.
yeah, and that's kind of how the story starts off because I'm not sure. I can't remember the main character's name. It was one of the Muppets, but it's after the golden age of that series
yeah.
of the Muppets and all of these
The
puppets
Muppets and Sesames and yeah.
and all the songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's after the golden age. Apparently, he was the first Muppet who wanted to be a cop,
Yeah.
and he had his chance. He blew it, and unfortunately, that caused the downfall for all of the Muppets in the world.
Because of him?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why no
One
Muppets
person
can
can't
be,
influence the
and that's why Muppets can no longer do what they do now. It's because they are now a lower class citizen. There's a lot of race stuff happening in this movie too,
Oh, really?
where
There's deeper
everyone,
meaning than we think.
yeah,
See,
it's
Avenue-
actually a little deep from that regard because it's like, oh, Muppets are just regarded as this, a downtown under like ghetto street
Yeah.
Yeah.
living style. Instead of snorting coke, they snort candy sticks and they snort.
See,
That's
Avenue
like,
Q
what?
treated it just like a Sesame Street episode,
Oh no, this
but
is.
if like Oscar the Grouch watched porn, because that is
Right.
one of the.
Oh no! Happy Fun Time Murder takes that.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like all the way to the real life.
Because that's where the internet is for porn song comes from is Avenue Q. So one of the monsters, like, he'll pop out of his window because he's on the upper level, and that's his shtick is like, the porn going good, and he does. He has the voice of like a Muppet where it's, oh, I do this now. Okay, I'll be back after I watch the movies. Click.
It's just it's so jarring to watch that and then have them make fart jokes and
Sure.
and sex jokes and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden instead of ejaculating, it's basically just silly string.
silly string. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just silly string all over the
As we've seen
office.
from the trailer. Where
Yeah.
That is that scene goes on for like 2 minutes longer than it should.
Well, Yeah.
And
See?
it's like, oh, that's 10 seconds in. I'm like, oh, this is funny.
Wait.
Right.
Is this still happening? It's like you get that like. This is really
it's supposed to be that over the top.
But it's I don't see that when
There's
I see
not a lot
Muppets.
of comedians or writers now who can pull that move off where it's like, here's the line. We'll push past it to
the
that
line.
point where
Yeah.
you're like
It's just
now-
uncomfortably
now-
funny.
Well, yeah, you're doing that uncomfortable giggle laugh type.
and now
thing.
it just keeps
and then
going.
you pass that point, and now it's just like, I am now done with this.
Yeah, and you're still this joke. Where's the punchline? Oh, you're still punching the line.
Yeah.
Okay, you're punching until it's dead. Okay, I get it.
Like I always think back to Blazing Saddles. There's a scene where a bunch of cowboys are farting, and it's one of the first fart jokes in films. But Mel Brooks had to fight for it because they're like, okay, if one or two of them fart, like you're good. You've got your thing. And he goes, no, they're only gonna laugh after like the 10th guy farts. And he's like, so once I get to 10, I gotta get to 13 because that's where the big laugh is, and then it's done. Like he knew the timing of like what could make a person laugh when it came to farts.
Mm-hmm.
But he knew that if he extended over that number, it was too much.
It was too much.
So there was a number of like too many cowboys farting. To the point where you're like, the first, they're all eating beans because that's the joke. And then you get the first one who's like, and you're like, and then you get like the third one who's like, and you're like, and then there's like three on screen that kind of do as the camera's panning across all of them. And then the last one's like, and you're like, and by then you're laughing and then it's done and you're like, and it gives you time to laugh.
Yeah, this is a little different than that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. There's a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
There's a
It
lot
just
of
keeps
comedy
going,
now
yeah.
where that's what they do. It's like
They
They
push
don't
it
know where to
so
stop.
far.
they push and you go, huh, and then you get to the line and you're like, and then you're,
It
This
goes
is-
past it.
Next joke, please. Next piece, please.
yeah, continue.
Yeah. This.
Depends on the thing. I guess that would be a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that's just it. It's knowing how far to push and how long to push for.
Yeah, a certain topic.
Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, I will probably end up finishing it just by sheer. I need to see what happens with the story. And apparently, he's just trying to solve a crime of. So in this world, there used to be a Sesame Show style show,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, all the actors, all these Muppets, no longer are on the show because they've either washed out or they've done drugs and things like
Do
that.
the old Muppets show up?
Nope.
Sesame was already, they already
This
sued
isn't.
them.
This isn't it.
Oh.
So what's happening is
That's his
he is
name.
this detective that he's trying to solve this
That's his
murder,
name.
all these murders of all these old shows,
If it's his name.
of all these old actors,
Yeah.
all these old
The-
Muppets
the-
rather.
The ad
It's
was
just weird.
It's just super.
It's just so weird and dark
Sesame
and just
Street.
unexpected.
Yeah.
When I
Okay.
first saw the
And
trailer
they-
for this
Sesame
movie,
Street didn't
I
want
thought
to
it
be
was fake.
associated with.
I thought this was like
Oh.
a spoof or something when I saw the trailer
Oh, yeah.
and the poster. I'm like, this isn't real. And
No,
Doesn't
it's based off
Doesn't
of
destroy
something.
your childhood, right?
Oh no, I mean,
It could.
It could.
Mhm.
Avenue Q does.
I don't know.
Right.
I think
There's
having
Muppets that
a
do it on
drugged out Big
stage.
Bird
Yeah,
would be.
Muppets is different than Sesame
That would be
Street.
different.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden Big Bird's sitting there like in a gutter,
And
you
then-
know,
No.
like you go and a needle sticking out of his
Yeah.
arm or something.
He's
You're
good.
like,
Ah,
No, that happens in this show.
That's
That happens in this
traumatizing.
movie.
that's yeah. That would be like
the fact that it's an off-brand Muppet.
different characters,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, again, it's not Oscar the Grouch actually, like
In the gutter.
or he's like the prophet guy on the corner with the sign, like I told you the end of the world was coming.
Yeah,
I
like
told you.
literally
Just
one
go
of
to
the
his
opening,
gutter world.
and literally,
Trashland, garbage land.
and yeah, one of the opening sequences in this movie was he comes across another Muppet and he's like, all I know is how to entertain and dance, and he's got this little sign. He's like trying to dance for money.
Money.
And things like, and it's just like, oh man, this is dark and grim, and Muppets should not be like this.
You're making it more appealing, I guess, but not to the point where I want to go buy it.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't buy. I wouldn't give them money.
No, but you're making it a little more appealing.
Yeah, like I'm like curious now.
It is curious. It's just this interesting.
It's like a train wreck. You just have to.
Yeah, just
You
keep
wanna
watching.
watch, yeah,
Except
you
not
wanna
at
watch
1 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know. You
That's
just
not
fall
when I
asleep
watch.
at that
That's
time.
not when I watch
Yeah.
anything. But
Well,
streams.
again, it felt like a fever dream.
Yep.
So I watched that, and then I played Citus 2, which is a mobile music rhythm game made by the guys that did Voez on the Nintendo Switch and also mobile. So it's a $2 game, I think, what it is. But there's microtransactions inside of it. They don't sugarcoat it. If you want to buy additional characters, additional song packs, it's like anywhere from $2 to $15.
Mm-hmm.
But how this music works is that you're playing along with the rhythm line,
Yeah.
and as the line goes up and down, you have to tap the circles as it hits the beat.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's different actions. You can tap the circle. You can drag a line across following the beat. You have to hold specific lines. And it's just a good mobile music rhythm game.
Oh,
I haven't
cool.
played a lot of those in a long time. It's the last... If you guys remember Owendon or Elite Beat Agents
No.
from
No.
the DS.
Yep.
So it's a little... I had to say the English version because I don't think you guys have ever played the Japanese one.
No.
It's like that where you're tapping circles in the rhythm of the beat.
Yeah.
They have a line to show you sort of the metronome
Mhm.
of where how fast the song's supposed to go. Easy levels is pretty straightforward. You try and get the best score you can get.
Yep.
Apparently there is a story in this game on the message boards that are fictional. I can't seem to follow it. I just play the music and it's just that's all it is. People who play the game are super into said story. I don't follow it. Something about in the far-flung future everyone's doing music and playing it online and having all this digital concerts, having everyone join in, and it's like, oh, did you see the concert last night? And I'm like, no,
It's might well how most people watch concerts.
yeah,
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
They're already doing it.
They're
when
already
they go
just-
to
yeah.
concerts.
Live stream.
exactly. But I think this is like an extension of that with Japanese culture, with the digital avatars and digital, what do they call them?
Yes.
The digital, and I can't remember what they're called. The
Second Life.
yeah, no, the Hatsune Miku stuff where it's like the fake digital pop stars.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I don't know.
But it's very much like that where there's a story. I seem to follow it because I like the music, and some of it is mostly dance music. Some of it's slower, but when you get to the harder difficulty levels, your thumbs are gonna just be going all over the place. I enjoy that. I enjoy music rhythm games. You guys know me.
Yep.
Like,
Oh,
it's that's my jam. No pun intended.
Pun intended.
No pun intended. Music games are my jam.
I'm Ringo.
Exactly. Close enough. Close enough.
That was a long time ago.
That's a bad joke. It's a little oldie.
No, we used to have it. We went over the one time, and it's like I got drums, and it's like why? And it's like because we're playing the Beatles. Like I'm Ringo. I got this, guys.
Yeah, that's if you've played Rock Band Beatles or Beatles Rock Band, that's
What's up?
No, we played the actual one. We spent too much time making characters and didn't really get to play.
I don't remember this.
there's the
A
Beatles.
long time ago.
Rock Band.
That was post Jeopardy. That's what we usually played at your place.
Yeah. Shania Twain.
Shania
is-
Twain and Robert Munch.
Yes, Robert Munch.
What
Robert Munch
is-
went to.
Who is Robert Munch?
What is Robert Munch?
Robert Munch.
So I've been
This
playing a
author,
little bit of
Robert
that.
Munch.
Playing more Smash Brothers, World of Light. I love it. It's cool. I think the more you get into it, you have to get into a rhythm and groove with that mode. Because
It's all about the rhythm and groove.
I'm smooth, baby. Just gotta
Why do you
keep
call
going.
me baby? It's weird.
Sup, sexy?
No,
It's better.
no, ain't no thing, chicken wing. Just
Found
king.
Ain't no
no thing,
stop.
chicken
Aren't you
wing.
calling him a chicken wing now?
Yeah, I call me food. You don't eat me.
Tasty food. So playing some more Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yep.
That World of Light's cool. I really like it. I've only unlocked like 5 or 10 fighters. I've unlocked more playing classic mode so far. Been doing that, and then I hosted a Pokemon pre-release on Tuesday
Exciting.
for the new set Sun and Moon Team Up. It was exciting. I had 15 players show up. Which was
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
It's very cool.
It was awesome. I think we had a good attendance for it. So if you've never been to a Pokemon pre-release, what happens is you get a little box. You have 4 packs of cards as well as I think it's like 25 card deck inside, like semi-randomized, and you have to create a 40 card deck based off of what you open and pull, and you play 3
Does it
rounds.
have to be 40? Can it go over 40?
No, has to be no more, no less.
No, they-
I'm out.
It's not.
Everything goes in.
Well, you're only that means your deck is only going to be like what, 40. There's 10 cards a pack, 40, so like 50 cards. That's not even enough for a standard deck.
Can't play. I need at least 120.
Yeah. Variety.
So
It's
yeah,
the spice of life.
so yeah, I had that on
The bane
Tuesday.
of everybody else's existence.
It was
too.
kind of stressful, but it
Chaos.
wasn't at the same time because it was helping people in the community play that game. And Gamers Lodge, if you guys have never been to that place, this place is awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
Tony owns it apparently.
Yeah, Tony owns it. You said it.
I own it. Yeah, I own it. Sorry, Justin. It is not mine. Just on Tuesdays from 6 to 6 to 8.
I own it for a very specific amount of time, and I'm not paying rent. So
They're really, really nice about it because normally you have to. It's a board game store.
sure.
So you go in and pay like $5 or $7 or whatever for the night.
Yeah.
But if you're going there on Tuesdays to play Pokemon, you play a couple of card games, but you just pick up a board game and just go.
Nice.
So it's part of your fee. So if
Do I
you're
have to know how to play Pokemon to go to your thing?
no,
Okay.
but I would recommend it.
No.
I would appreciate. I would appreciate
If
it.
only there was a time we could learn to play the Pokemon card game when we're all together.
We're never together. This is the first time in
I know it's been a
almost
while.
month.
Yeah,
But when school's done,
we can do it. We can do a
Where
thing.
is that?
when school's done,
We'll just buy
4 years.
We'll just buy
you
4
have
theme decks.
breaks.
We'll buy 4 theme decks. You'll learn in an afternoon. It's quick.
Yeah, it's quick.
It's easy. Surprisingly,
Do you
Pokemon
want
is
to
the.
play that game too?
We could just do it here.
Or the bar.
The bar.
How are you playing?
Go to the bar.
What?
Can't go to the bar.
Do you not have ID?
No, I
can't go today.
No.
No. I'm just saying, like another time we can play at the. That is what
That's the question.
That is
when.
what I don't. We'll find time. Don't
You
worry
see my
about
list
it.
of what I did.
I know.
That's 2 weeks. I did 2 things.
You'll get a break.
You'll do things.
It's stressing me out, man.
Get a break. Relax. It's a no rush situation.
No pressure.
Yeah.
It's only brought up every week. Look who would do this.
Where's Chris? I want to do stuff. Chris.
Yeah.
And then,
Chris has time.
so yeah, did that on Tuesday. Also, I watched some more Superstore. Catching up on that some more.
You finished it.
No.
No, he's only on season what, 2?
2.
Yeah.
Of
4.
Okay.
I think it's 5 now.
I think they're on their 5th season
So-
on TV. Yeah.
That show is freaking hilarious.
Who would have thought taking stories from retail employees and
Making it into a
show would work?
Surprise.
Yeah. Every day I worked in retail.
I
I'm
was-
like, this should be on television.
Yes. It's like they took those stories. They took the stories from people of Walmart.
They
and
did.
Put
They-
it, put it into a show.
Literally,
Went to a
yes.
show.
They
And like
did.
I said, there's that British show with pretty
Yeah.
much Best Buy.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah.
I
that'll
think
be-
it's
The
still on Netflix.
I still think if they could have gotten Nathan Fillion for the pharmacist for that show, that would have been just even better. Because I don't know if you guys have you watched Superstore? I know you
Yes.
have.
No.
But like you could see that though, like that's
Oh,
Nathan.
yeah.
That's Nathan Fillion style.
But he's not taking that part.
I know it's done now. He's busy being a cop again.
But he's also not taking that part. If he's going to be on a show now, he's got to be
The lead.
the
The
guy.
lead, yeah.
I guess
He's
so.
Nathan.
His next
He's
show,
Nathan
The
Fillion.
Pharmacy.
The
The
pharmacist.
The pharmacist spin off from the Superstore. Actually, that would be funny too. So I'd watch that. So yeah, no, that show is just all kinds of funny. It's so good. It's real.
It's real.
And then I did adult stuff this week. More. I can legally get married now.
Oh,
I have
excellent.
a piece of paper that I need just 4 people to sign it, and then I'm legally married.
Awesome.
You being one of the people?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. That's 5. You need 5.
You need 4 witnesses.
You need 2.
Oh.
You need 2
Two
witnesses.
witnesses and a justice of the peace.
And the
I am
and the,
all
the
of the
spouse.
above.
And
The
the people,
spouse.
So
and the
I
people-
need,
and
that's
the
why I
people
say
getting hit.
that's why I'm saying I need 4 more people.
4
to
more
sign.
people. I got you.
I need 4 more people to sign.
I forgot about the person marrying you signing it. Yeah.
Yes, I need 4 more
Cool.
people, and then we can do this. So that was exciting. That's cool, and
It is that much. Yeah.
it's getting there. It's coming. It's coming together, and I'm thrilled. I don't show it right now.
It'll come up quick. Come up.
Bam!
Yeah.
Guys!
Yeah. And that's basically it
There you go.
for me this week.
Cool.
So I think I'm
Well, if I
pretty
didn't know
sure
we were talking about actual real life stuff. I can go on and on.
And then class,
you got bit by kids again.
No.
Again.
Well, yes. No, scratch.
Yes.
scratched. Yeah.
Scratch, not
Oh,
bad.
well, yeah.
But yeah, cool.
Pump the brakes, yo.
And English is boring.
English is fun.
Hey.
Hey. I bombarded you with great English last night.
English is confusing.
The church thing was just, oh my god.
Which church thing?
The church joke that you started going on.
It was like a page long.
Uh-huh.
Like just
Oh,
puns on. It was a pun upon pun upon pun. It was great.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
We'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you next week. Be sure to check out. I got more Portia videos coming out. He's got
You got
another
Jurassic
Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Evolution video coming out. We're definitely going to keep doing The Sims. So we got at least 3 other things you should be watching on our channel right now. Look, we have content, guys.
Yeah. When Warcraft 3 Reforged comes out, I'll
yeah.
we'll do some of that.
I might be interested in that.
Yes.
I might be.
And then you can play World of Warcraft.
No, don't do
Don't
that
do that.
anymore.
Because that's the guys that are like, super into Warcraft.
If the guys who are super into World of Warcraft are like, no, don't
Play
do it.
Final Fantasy 14 instead.
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, find another MMO.
Star Wars: Old Republic.
Either way, thanks for
That might
watching.
still be better. It's free to play.
I think it's
Yeah.
dead.
No,
Is
it's
it
on.
Fallout 76 going free to play.
No, it's
No,
still
it's
$80.
still, yeah, they're adding PvP mode.
I thought there was something about
The
something free
PvP
to
mode
play.
that
It
is
should be
already
free.
existent.
It's gonna be just full of nukes. Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry.
Thanks for watching, everybody. So check out those videos. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube. All of those videos are there. You can also
the
watch us
button.
on Mixer. Like all of the buttons.
Smash that! Smash it. The smashing button's right there.
Yeah, the smash
It's
all
right there.
those buttons. Do the things.
It's right there.
Yeah,
Just smash it.
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it. Do it. Do
Either way,
it. Do it.
like
Do it.
and subscribe and do whatever else you can possibly do. Follow, I believe, is the other one. And of course, share. That is the best way you can help us out. Share our videos with other people. Tell them to watch us. We're all over the place now.
If you
So
have-
totally check it out.
If y'all have anything you want us to talk about, let us know. Let us know in the Discord. It's a great way to communicate with us. It's a really efficient way.
Link is now in the chat.
Yes.
And it's also in every description. So go for it, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't spam that everywhere at all.
Got it? Oh. Either way, check us out. Check out barrelrollnews.com for all of the social media links we also have, or if you're too lazy to go to the comment section to click on things. So either way,
Yep.
do that. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.